Hey kids, welcome to the 1000th episode of the SML Podcast. It's just, we've been saying hey kids since the beginning. And this ratty t-shirt I'm wearing said that was in the year 2013, which means that some of the kids who were kids when this thing started are now old enough to vote, drink, smoke, believe in stupid conspiracy theories, and with a dick shaped like on a fucking douche nozzle pussy-wrecked muffin with Vin Diesel's ass-cramped nugget in the Betty White's. I should have bleeped out Vin Diesel. Seriously, this podcast is a tween and desperately in need of Stridex pads and underodor dearmament. Let that sink in for a second. 1,000 episodes. Bypassing the fact that if you started right now at the beginning, it would take you more than 125 uninterrupted Earth days to listen to all of it. Although really, who cares about games from the Xbox 360 era? It's a monumental achievement that few others can lay claim to. Joe Rogan's dumpster fire mouthed into that piss-awful Shure SM7B has over 1,600 episodes and had a blurb saying, "This staggering number is a testament to the show's longevity and appeal among listeners worldwide." If that's the case, then 1,000 must be a slightly tipsy commentary about the show's brute-forced longevity and appeal among all 16 of you. In reality, though, there's a tenacity to it. Sheer will of sheer will. Ironclad determination to review games wholly and completely and present real people's views on this form of interactive escapism, rather than the usual sanitized, boring, and well-paid-for glowing reviews of products that play like they smell like that steaming pile that falls chunk by chunk out of the back end of a hippo. Joe's idea of authenticity and fun has outshone pretty much anyone else in the space, and that says something. It also says something else, but those kids are old enough now to know what those words mean, so we'll just say that it's a miracle of genius ideation. Human ideation is fascinating. It ages like a fine wine, as do most podcasts. Okay, let's be real. I was nice for too long. This podcast ages like the contents of an open beer can you found in the back of the fridge with a Best By date that predates the pandemic. Yes, that green and gray foamy stuff that is actually moving of its own free will and accord is not only mold, but an as-yet unrecognized new form of living creature. Good job. Clean out your fridge more often. And listen to this podcast while you're doing it. It'll help distract you from that block of cheese you forgot was in there. Or that milk carton that you really forgot was in there. And then there's the, good God, what is that? Anyway, you'll laugh. You'll cry. You'll cry some more. But then laugh again. Then your eyes will glaze over a bit in denial of reality. Then more borderline insane giggling. When that giggling starts, you've been breathing in the mold for too long. Seek medical help. Thanks for being here with us on this massive kilometer stone in the space of game review podcasts. And rest assured, we're not one and done. Or I guess, 1,000 and done thousand. Yeah, that adds up. We'll still be here laughing our asses off, giving away codes, and being really thankful for all of you who have been along for the ride. And now a few disclaimers, and then a brand new smooth jam to commemorate the occasion. Let's kick it. The SML Podcast does not condone the activities of drinking, smoking, drug abuse, veganism, or your mom. The SML Podcast stands by its right to fight for your right to party. No animals were harmed during the course of this podcast, unless you count anything related to those chicken nuggies Joe has, but you shouldn't because you can't prove in a court of law that they came from real animals, and neither can they. Some assembly required. Void where prohibited. Member My DIC. Oh, hell no. No. If we're going to do a song with the word 1,000 in it, it's going to actually not suck. Try this one.
Here to you, through rain or shine, Arctic blast or desert heat. Every drop of sweat down our butt cracks for you, and you best believe we got 1,000 episodes of the SML Podcast, baby. We got 1,000 episodes of the SML Podcast, baby. You know we're never second best. We'll even let you lay your head on Joe-Cam's hairy chest. Reviewing games is where we're ace. You know that we're ace. And you know that we are dropping bits all over your pretty face. Cause we got 1,000 episodes of the SML Podcast, baby. We got 1,000 episodes of the SML Podcast, baby. Come here. You might think we're crazy, that we're sick and turning green. Cause we got more episodes than anything you've ever seen. Power Rangers, best walk away. And we're coming next for SmackDown Cops and The Price is Right. We work so hard, we really do. We are relentless in our need to dump our crap on you. You can lock the door. Lock the door. You can turn off the phone.
Turn off your phone.
We'll find 1,000 ways to sneak into your ears and never leave you alone. I got 1,000 episodes, and they really don't suck. I promise. We got 1,000 episodes, and we're gonna make 1,000 more until they kick us off the air. Taco Bell. SML is here to stay. Your mom said so, best obey.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Yeah, this is it. This is episode 1,000. I'm gonna jump into our green room, hanging out. Hi, everybody.
Oh, there's a fuckboy himself.
Yeah.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Rez.
Rez wants to know why the fuck you wanted Rez on here.
I want everyone in here.
Yeah.
Even
Everyone
me?
get in here.
No one wants you here, Jacob.
That's
But
what
you
I
already
thought.
knew that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I thought. So, I mean, if you want me to, I could just leave. So that'd be free up my evening.
I approve. I second what he just requested. Please have him leave.
No.
Aki seconds her own request.
I triples my own request.
That's not how this works.
I
Triple?
agree.
You triple your own request. That sounds kind of kinky.
Well, Aki's the HR department. I'm sure there's some sort of infraction she could get you removed for.
Exactly. I would say sexual harassment, but that would be really hypocritical of me.
I was going to say, we all do that. I mean, you could just write me up for sexually harassing myself.
Yeah. I'm going to need more alcohol for this.
Yes. Yeah, you probably do.
And the language guidelines are so loose in here.
Yeah.
Much like my beehole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
Indeed, there it is.
I see things haven't really changed much since I was last on.
It's still large, gaping.
I mean, we have a shirt about falling into abyss of an asshole.
Drop it, bitch!
Do we have a contest going?
We're going to have contests going all fucking night.
All fucking night.
All night.
Enter.
Tons of codes.
I don't know what I entered in for. Hopefully it's something I don't have.
8-bit Adventures 2.
Okay. Usually it tells me up at the top, but it's not.
It does say at the top. It's pinned by
Good
Carnage.
games so far.
No, I've got this thing that says rewards enabled on channel.
Okay, get rid of that then. Dismiss that.
And you'll see the pinned copy.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm so good at this. Would you believe I have a job in tech support?
That's sad.
Oh.
Everyone needs to delete their Systems 32 directory.
For legal reasons, that is a joke.
No, it's not.
Yes,
oh God!
Kids,
yes, it is.
Kids, delete your parents' Systems 32 directory now. There's extra Fortnite codes in there.
You know, if it's kids doing it, I don't care. Go right ahead.
You gotta learn somehow.
There's free Roblox money if you delete it.
Oh my gosh.
I guess I got to keep all of this, so fuck it. What's up, everyone? This is episode 1000 of the SML Podcast. Holy shit!
Oh my God, we made it.
I said that earlier, but now this is the official intro, but I'm just keeping everything. Air horn.
Yay.
Aki's here, Horror Acolyte is here, Bri's here, Rez is here, and Jacob is here. And we might have people showing up all night long. We are hanging out
all night long.
We are hanging out in our green room tonight.
Oh, sorry.
We already had a song to open the show.
What song do we have to open up the show? Why the heck did this podcast thing come back up? What the heck? Oh.
December 24-hour stream. Fuck yeah, let's do this.
Oh God.
I don't mind. I have the time.
I have to be up at 5 a.m.
Okay,
Ew,
so
gross.
it's a 10-hour stream.
All right, we can handle a 10-hour stream.
You
It
might.
can be a
long as-
10-hour
as long
stream.
as-
She can leave, and when she gets back, we'll still be streaming. 24 hours. Problem solved.
My
Or
toilet can handle a
stop
10-hour
the
stream.
stream at 5 a.m. and then I can just go change and go to the hospital. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that works.
And then you can be on here on your phone. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, there you go. I need something to do while I'm waiting in the lobby.
Exactly. You can continue to moderate.
You can just
I'll
have
bring
new
my
guests.
laptop then.
No, everyone in the waiting room becomes a new guest on the show.
There you go.
Oh, don't say that.
I mean, this is the waiting room. We're in the waiting.
Yeah. I'm talking about that.
Free on the SML podcast.
The hospital
Yeah.
waiting
Woman
room.
on the-
Oh, yeah,
The
that
hospital
works.
waiting room, yeah. I'll be a field correspondent.
Oh, there we go. I almost said that you're the woman on the street, and I was like, wait a second, that is not good intonations.
No.
Phrasing.
No.
That would,
Yeah, I know,
that
and
would
then-
definitely be an HR infraction.
Yeah, I know. And then Bri said field correspondent. I was like, yes, that's a much better name. Yay!
I do have a way with words.
It's called a dictionary.
I love the timing of that. Yay. Mike 363, thank you for the sub. Welcome
Yay,
in.
Mikey.
Welcome in. We're celebrating episode 1000. It's been like almost
1,000 episodes.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly 1,000 episodes. It's funny because we always joke that we're one off because we skipped episode 24, but we have an episode 0, so we're still at 1,000.
Damn.
Well,
Wow.
that's lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise we'd have to record another episode. I mean, we're done after this, right?
Yeah, this is
No.
it. Series finale. We're done.
Oh, nice. 1,000 episodes
an
in a
awful
movie.
lot of explaining to some porn devs. I'm just saying. They're not going to be happy
Porn
about
devs,
that.
there's going to be a lot of other non-porn devs that we would have a lot to explain to.
Well, I don't care about that because I don't have to explain it to any of them. That's a you thing.
Okay, I have to explain. Dear developer and publisher, you hit 1,000 and quit. Thank you. Bye. Oh, geez.
Drop it, bitch!
Raider Biz, thank you for 100 biddies. We have a hype train going. Earlier, Injury dropped 19 bits, and BX Latino Heat dropped 100 biddies as well. Wow, that was a sound effect. I don't know what the hell that was. I think that was the hype train. I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe. And Aki saying butt stuff in chat, so thumbs up. Jacob donated a bit. Not even enough to trigger the sound effect.
But it's enough to drop into the cup.
It landed.
It landed.
Sadly.
So this is like we talk about what we're playing recently or something. I
mean,
know,
we can't. Rez, you haven't been on in a while. How are you doing? Let's talk about you for a bit.
bitch!
After Raider Biz drops another 100 biddies.
So, yeah, I've been working on a lot of cars.
Cars? Doing what?
Well, my dad passed away about 3 years ago, and well, he's collected a lot of Mopar classic cars, namely a convertible of every Barracuda that was available, and I've been trying to maintain them or get them running. There's a lot of work to do.
I bet.
You've seen the picture.
Drop it, bitch!
The car hasn't moved in like 30 years.
How do you get cars up and running again after they haven't been moved for that long? And Latino Heat, thanks for another 100.
Well, it depends on how long it's rotted or how good the engine is. And the one I'm working on is I've called Frankencuda because it's a 69 Barracuda with all the wrong parts in all the wrong places. It's just a mishmash of things. And I finally got the engine solid, but I still got to work on the transmission.
I don't know shit about cars, so I'm just impressed no matter what you say.
Do you remember the time I came up for that first log cabin party and I drove my car that had no rear engine mount for 6 hours up there? That was worth it for that party, too.
We had some good parties, but yeah, thank you for not saying the name of the party.
Oh, yeah. I'm at least somewhat caught up in the social thing, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, so what games have you been playing, Rez? What have you're the Fallout guy. Have you been dabbling
Surprisingly
in Fallout
enough,
76 at all?
I have been playing Fallout 2.
Fallout 2?
I'm doing another run, which I've called the Kill 'Em All run. It's been interesting.
What have you done?
Basically, the goal of the game is
everyone.
Well, once you've progressed enough where you don't need that person anymore to continue a quest or whatever, you can kill them all, and it's been a long process. And I've actually been playing through Mafia 3 Definitive Edition, which has been quite good, actually. I love the music in that game. They nailed the period soundtrack so well.
You know what I love? I love our friend Norg.
Speaking of period soundtracks.
How are you, Norg?
Fan-freaking-tastic. I just made a run for the border. And I also have some Taco Bell.
I want Taco Bell so bad, I hate you.
I'm used to being hated.
Norg, I have to say, that intro, I was so expecting so much for 1,000, and that you delivered, sir.
Joe is so patient for all of the crap he has put up with from me over the years.
Oh my God. The crap? You have done nothing but amazing work for us.
I did one amazing work. One. And that was the 500 pancakes.
No, the new song's pretty good, too.
Oh, yeah.
What? Wait, the what?
The new song.
Oh, yeah, it was okay.
Just
No,
okay.
I learned something in that. You know, if you've ever heard the original song, it seems really simplistic, but then you listen to it And it's like, oh, this is easy. And then you really listen to it. And then you're like, oh, crap. This is really complex. And then you're screwed because you're committed to it. But I've got hot sauce.
Ooh. What kind of hot sauce? Just the regular hot sauce?
This one says step aside. That's pretty apropos.
Oh.
I'm okay with that. And another step aside. Holy crap. Somebody wants me to move. What else do we have?
I love that we could hear the bag, too.
Yes.
It's perfect Foley sound effect.
Yeah, noise cancellation is for wussies. You know what I'm saying? I do. See, it knows what I'm saying. I do again. Holy crap. We're Mormons. Okay. Sure, why not? And then I mean, and finally, first of all. I like how first of all is the last one.
First of all, I mean, I do step aside.
Dude, that was profound.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Taco Bell.
Hey.
It's going to be that kind of episode, huh?
It's going to be a weird one.
Yes, it is.
There's no format this episode for the first however long we fucking do this. We're just hanging out and chatting. Horror Acolyte, how are you?
Not doing too bad. Pretty tired today. But other than that, pretty good.
Nice. What have you been playing?
I've been catching up on King Arthur and Knight's Tale. I just finished my first run of that. I have to replay it now in kind of like I think they call it roguelite mode, but essentially it's just like you can't manually save throughout the whole game. You have to abide by whatever decisions happen, kind of thing.
Ew.
But yeah, playing a lot of that. First Descendant, started playing that too.
How's that?
Only in the early stages, and so far it's decent. A little similar to Outriders, so at least in terms of games I've played. I can see the end game being like hella grindy though. I'm not looking forward to that.
Is anyone playing something new that isn't for the show?
Speaking of hella grindy. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Go on.
I'm playing one, but I can't talk about it because this is a children's friendly show.
I mean, only the last half is going to be children's friendly.
Oh, yeah, I'm playing, at least it's a new game for me. I bought it earlier this month, late last month, something like that, and it's a JRPG/sex game.
You don't say.
Yeah.
What JRPG is not a sex game?
A lot of them, actually.
Come on.
Not in this movie theater, it isn't.
Come on.
Okay, Mr. Pee Wee Herman.
Jesus.
So, true story. That movie theater that Pee Wee Herman got arrested at, that was like right across the street from my apartment when that happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Did you get to watch him go out and
I've met him in person too. He was very stoned.
Did he wash his hands first?
It was I used to work at Cirque du Soleil, and he was brought backstage. I guess he was watching the show, and I have a picture of the two of us together too, and you can tell he is stoned out of his mind. Eyes
So wait,
bloodshot.
which Cirque du Soleil
I
were
mean,
you at?
how else would you show up to Cirque du Soleil?
I don't know, but I was at Lanuba in Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I forget which one it was, but they came out to the Seattle area, and a friend of mine's mom was helping them translate from Chinese into English, but they were all French Canadian, and they gave me a shirt that said poutine on it. I was like happier than a kitten under a leaky cow. They were so awesome.
A kitten under a leaky cow. I have not heard that one before.
You just got to hang out with me more often.
I do. When am I going to hang out with you again?
I don't know. When you come into Seattle?
Never, I don't think. I've never been to Seattle.
I love the total silence. Just like, Seattle sounds like it sounds like work. Oh my God.
You know the soundboard has a button for that, right?
Yeah, I know, but you get it live every once in a while. There we are.
Yeah.
Yay!
I feel like I'm cricketing to myself. Wait, what was that yay one?
That was Jacob.
Nice. That's a good one.
Go ahead, Jacob. Do it. Yeah. I love that one.
There it is.
Yay!
Yay!
Anytime I see a new one, I have to click it. I need to know what it does.
There are good ones. There's a lot of wrestling ones on my soundboard because...
color me surprised.
Yeah, I watch wrestling with our good friends Big Adam and Dave K every Wednesday, every Friday, every Saturday, frequent Sundays, sometimes Mondays, occasional Tuesdays. But yeah, we have a soundboard full of wrestling clips on Adam's channel. We actually have his channel boosted to have the maximum number of sound clips, and we still put some on mine because we have so many.
Jesus Christ.
You're doing it right.
Beef.
Yeah. Yeah, our soundboard's great.
I am a soundboard. Don't even.
Right, Pernell?
Fucking yeah!
That one caught me by surprise.
Yes.
Please tell me you haven't
Fucking yeah!
saying categories.
No, we have
Fucking no!
that one. And then, of course, this one.
I'm gonna need you to fuck off, sir.
I love that.
I love it.
That's our friend Matt.
Sounds to eat Taco Bell too.
Yeah. Oh, so what do people want to talk about? Does anyone have any fond memories of their time with this show?
I remember when you had Vince DiCola on the show.
That was insane. Thank you for making that happen, by the way.
Dude, I was a nervous wreck when that came up because I'd only ever talked to him by email up to that point. So like actually being live with him was like terrifying. And and I know at one point like I was in the background being super nervous and doing what I usually do, which is like screwing around, and I had that melodica and I started playing like lines from I think it was Dare, and then all of a sudden he just kind of stops. Somebody playing Dare back there? I'm like, shit. Like dude has an ear, and he's an insane musician. He's like, I've performed with a lot of people over a lot of years, and like I think of people like Jake Kaufman, who I have on this massive pedestal way above just about anybody else I can think of, and then skyrocket about a mile higher, and that's where Vince sits. It's just nuts how great of a musician he is.
You made that happen. Yeah, we've had some crazy episodes. We had Chris Charla on the show before, Mike Micah from Digital Eclipse that's been cranking out all those amazing like interactive documentaries they've been doing. They have a new one coming out in November for Tetris. Oh, I can't wait for that one. And then I still think my favorite episode is Ball Squad, when me and Grant talked with the heads of Pinball Arcade and Pinball FX together.
I went back and listened to that one. It was so good.
It's something that just has never been done and will never happen again. And my stupid shitty show made that happen.
See, you gotta cut that shit out, man. I will make fun of your show and then air that out in intros. You gotta be nicer to yourself. Have some self-esteem, man. You're at episode 1000. Not 1, not 100. I mean, dude, getting to 100 was monumental back in 2014. And here you are now.
Here I am now.
Look at it this way, Joe. You outdid Outstrike.
I was hoping Tim would show up tonight. I missed Tim. He used to.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in forever.
He was one of our frequent reviewers that we had on for a few years. He shows up every now and then, but I miss him. We watch wrestling together. He's part of our Wednesday wrestling crew. So, yeah.
You know, if you're looking for stuff, I mean, I could just throw something out there. I am in possession of one of those ROG Ally things because the only way I will ever get to play video games is if it's on a handheld device where I can like pause it periodically, which is why I love the Switch so much. But I'm looking for stuff to play occasionally on the thing because I went down a massive No Man's Sky rabbit hole like the third time. And apparently I have done and found everything that is possible this time around. So I figure I'm just going to set it aside until the next major update, but then I'll forget about it and then I'll come back to it like 5 years later. In the meantime, I'm looking for something to play. Do you guys know anybody here who plays video games?
No, not at all.
No.
I mean, you already know what I'm going to say you should play.
If it starts with silent and ends with hill.
Oh! No. I have more respect, sir.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the closest thing to a horror game I ever played was the original System Shock, but the only other thing scarier than that was Daikatana. So
I see you're also a man of culture.
My perception.
No, I'm old.
Amen, sir.
Quick shout out to Carnage, who subbed for the 27th month. Thank you, Carnage. Enjoy the emotes. Enjoy the kitty cats.
Dude, Carnage, after you get to 24 months, you just call the kid by the number of years, okay? It gets really old after
Sperry, welcome in, Andy Sperry. How are you doing tonight, my man?
Oh, what's happening, everybody? I'm doing great. I go home from work.
How's it going? How was your day?
Oh, it was very long, very hard.
Phrasing, yeah.
Phrasing. No, it was great. How's everybody in here doing? It's good to see you guys. Happy 1000. Woo!
Yeah, we made it.
Finally.
Gosh, now I could quit this
Looks
shit.
like we made
it.
About
time. I know, Joe. Jesus.
Never thought so till today.
Give it up already. No, no, that's awesome, man. 1,000 episodes. That's insane.
It is. It is pretty. I don't know what has kept me doing this for so long. I think, actually, I do know what has kept me doing. Partially, I'm going to say a big reason I keep doing this is all of you.
Yay.
Like, I enjoy hanging out with you, talking with you, playing games with you every now and then. Yeah, I do. I do, Jacob.
I don't believe that.
Trying to be
if you can put up with me, Jacob, come on.
Sorry.
When did you start the SML podcast?
2013.
Whew.
We are coming up on 12 years next.
Wow.
Right.
Man.
Yeah.
Shit, that means I need to make something.
Sounds like we all need to make
something. Stop it with the milestones already, dude.
I can't help.
I'm only
the
so
yearly
creative.
ones. The yearly ones happen yearly. I can't help those.
Yes, you can.
It's called a leap year. Figure it out. Fuck.
Why don't you make like a frog and leap out of here? I have no idea.
Why don't you make like a tree and fucking shut up?
Way to go, Joe.
The movie would have done so much better if he could have gone with that.
That's the best one. What's on the agenda today?
Just hanging out, chatting, and then we'll get to some news because we do have some news.
Oh hell yeah!
Does anyone want to hang out for news, or is there anything else people want to chat about first?
I thought you said nudes for a second, and I got really excited.
Send nudes.
You
Spicy nudes.
Spicy nudes. How? Hang on.
Naked, covered in
So,
sriracha.
when are you sending them then, Bri?
Like de-skinned Chipotles, or what are we talking about here?
Yep.
Wait, what?
De-skinned Chipotle? What the fuck?
Clearly, the Taco Bell scale.
She said spicy nudes. I had to go with it.
Yeah.
Dimmer has spicy noodles.
I love spicy noodles. It's a whole thing.
What kind do you
I
like?
like where this is all going. This is great.
I like a good amount of like sour and sweet and spicy all mixed together. I like it when there's some good texture, so like some crunchy like peanut crumbles on top, some good like green onions to go on top of it.
Oh man,
just
that's
gobble
like
it up.
star pad thai right there, right?
Yeah, I don't know what this is, but I like it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I could go for Thai so badly right now, and I
So
want more
could I.
food. See,
I'm a big foodie though, so like we can just sit here and I can talk food all the time. So
oh my gosh, yes.
I
just got into
lox and
sous vide
bagels
recently.
this morning with like a dill cream cheese and some some red onions and tomatoes. It was very good.
Did you make your own lox, or did you go out and buy it somewhere?
I was out running errands and I got to go to a brunch place. I'm visiting Maine right now. That is not my normal habitat, but yeah, I drove 17 hours to eat lox. No, I did. I drove 17 hours yesterday to get here.
I was going to say many of us have driven longer for lesser things. So you're.
That's so true.
Yep.
Not true for me.
Shut up.
What's the farthest you've traveled for something? Because that reminds us of our our good friend Kunal, one of our first guests on the show, who would routinely drive like 4 hours one way, hang out for 2, and then leave.
Not even.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Not even.
That sounds
Like there was that one party, like he literally showed up for like 30 minutes and then just noped out. And was
Like, I gotta
just
run,
like,
guys.
all right, bye.
I know Ailshon has a very strong opinion of Ohio.
Oh yeah. A lot of us just love the state of Ohio, driving through it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they've got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which doesn't suck, but everything surrounding it is kind of morbid.
Yeah.
I used to tour with bands, so like, does that count? Because I would drive for hours on end.
Yeah,
like 16 hours for a show.
What kind of cool shows have you done?
Nothing like over the top awesome. Like a couple little festivals here and there, and just like fun gigs. You know, most of the fun parts were just like hanging out with the pros, you know, and silly memories of meeting random strange people. You know,
You open for any big bands?
I think the biggest band that we opened for was Death Angel, if you're familiar with them.
Fortunately,
old like Bay Area thrash band.
Have you checked out the band Cruel Bomb? I think I told you about them.
I don't think so. I'll have
My buddy Brandon. I met him when he worked at GameStop. He started a thrash band called Cruel Bomb, and they've been taking off. Who's the artist who did like Megadeth artwork?
Oh,
I can't recall his name, but he actually,
I don't know his name either.
They're getting him to do the artwork for their debut.
Cruel Bomb. Are they on Spotify?
They should be, yeah.
Looks like it, yeah. Dude, yeah, I'll check these guys out.
Yeah, it's good stuff if you're into thrash.
All right, dude, that's exactly what I played.
That whole folder almost killed me. Jesus Lord.
Aki, are you having fun?
A little bit. It just seemed like the right time.
The buffalo
I'll
folder.
approve.
Every time is the right time.
So what else do people want to talk about? What's the furthest other people have gone to hang out or do something fun? Bri, I know you're going to be swinging by my place in a few weeks to say hi.
Yeah, that's exciting.
On your trip back from where? You Maine?
I'm in Maine, yes.
Oh my gosh, send pictures, will you? I miss that guy.
All right.
Maine?
That's what I was thinking.
No, of Joe Cam. I don't need pictures of Maine.
Oh God! Well,
Maine sounds cool.
you just
Maine is
ask me
very
for.
pretty right
I'm
now.
on stream. My face is on stream. You don't need pictures.
Send nudes
I'm
of
not-
Maine.
Send nudes of me.
Raw.
Well, if
Thank
by
you, Ian.
by the time two weeks passes, all the leaves might have fallen. So I could in fact send nudes of Maine.
Nice.
All the trees will be naked.
Oh shit! Yes,
Dude, let's go.
That
Mother
trip-
Nature
I
is
can
one
take-
sexy bitch.
I could do a series where I start taking the pictures now, and then and I'll just keep taking a new picture every day of the same set of trees, and it'll be like time lapse photography of like a slow taking off the dress.
Oh yeah,
Makes-
tease us.
Straight
Yeah.
trees.
Oh,
Make sure it's maple so then you get all the wet pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
George, hit us with a wet pancakes.
Oh, I can't. I've got Taco Bell in my teeth.
Oh, you can give us a
This is the
seductive
lamest
one.
excuse I have ever heard.
Yeah.
I will murder you. Listen here, fuck snort. That's my favorite.
Gotta give him motivation.
Yeah. Fuck snort. Fuck snort is a good one.
Right on, sir. Right on.
I think I stole that one from Royal Sefton.
Oh my
Oh
God.
God, I'd have to play against him in some magical drop.
I
Dude,
miss Royal too.
I
He
could
was a
never beat
reviewer
him.
for a while.
Dude,
was he really? I don't remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he was a couple of years. He did reviews with us. He was
I
just
gotta-
he didn't do like the live shows though. That was when I was still like piecing everything together every week.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I do not miss those days. That was a pain in the ass to staple everything together every week. So much easier to hit record and have one file and be like, fucking,
Big
there, I'm done.
sweetie men sweating me.
Whoa.
Let me put it this way, Norg. Like, last time me and him had a serious tournament moment was at MagFest 5, and we both double death drew in Magical Drop 3.
Jeez. He was one of the best I ever played. Like, of all the people I played, he was the only one I could never beat.
He is a fierce beast in that game.
He was insane. I need to call him.
So,
I was gonna say, yeah, the farthest place I've been wasn't, a drive. It was a flying situation. So I don't know if that counts. But I went to China to work for a circus.
whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a flight.
Yeah. It was a long flight. Very, very, very long.
What did you do?
I was designing costumes and set pieces for this circus. They wanted to redo their whole show, and I had 2 weeks dark from Cirque, and I got hired for the job. And mostly, I designed clown costumes.
Sounds about right.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm a clown school dropout.
I knew that.
I don't know if I knew that.
I have
So-
no response to that.
I know you've mentioned it before.
I'll tell
and
the
your
short version
reasoning
of the
is
story.
great.
The short version of the story is I went to clown college, and I was the class clown.
Like the official clown college.
Well, it's called a clown alley. It's like a little clown school. But
Okay, so it's not the ring. It's not the
I
one
didn't
that
go to-
Ringling.
No. I didn't go to the big one.
Okay, I was gonna say because a girl that I went to college with, her mom actually went to that, and
Nice.
she was actually a circus clown for a number of years.
Wow.
I
And
could
then-
have gone on and done that, but I decided not to. But
And
so
have a rich, fulfilling life by being on the SML podcast.
well, let me finish telling the story.
I was going to say, what happened? Did you not fit in the car or something?
So all I had to do was graduate, and to graduate, I just needed to go and perform my final exam. I had to go and do a clown skit with some other people. I had to do a solo skit, and as long as I did all the things right, I got to graduate and be a clown. And something came up in real life, and I could not go to graduation. And they said, well, that's fine. Come back at the next graduation. We love you. You're going to do great. We'll graduate you. And I thought about it, and I thought the best clown joke I could ever write was to go through the rest of my life being a clown school dropout. So I refused to go back.
That is beautiful.
Wow,
Pretty
whoa.
solid.
Be a clown, all the world loves a clown. Sorry.
It's not going to get any better from here, folks.
Nah, my furthest traveling I've done by vehicle. I went to Texas for a expo. It was.
Mm.
I had moved that summer to Arkansas with our friend Brian and Hillary Creech. I stayed with them in Wiener, Arkansas. That's a real town for a summer. And when I got there was an event going on in Texas. So I drove from one end of Arkansas to the other end of Arkansas to pick up some friends, and then drove down to Texas to see the 1UPs play at a game conference. And that's the furthest I've driven for anything. I've been to Arkansas a few times. I've visited Sean in Missouri a few times. I've gone on a train to VGM Con up in Minneapolis, but I think Texas is still further from where I am.
How many miles would that be?
Oh, I don't know.
Entirely.
Fine, how many
dependent.
kilometers would that be? We'll convert it.
More than 10.
It's funny though. You guys talk about all of the hours that you travel, and like you'll talk about going through 5 or 6 states over the course of 3 or 4 hours. And like out here, I can drive for 4 hours in any direction, and I'm still in Washington State.
Mm.
Well, if I drive west for 4 hours, I'm still in Pennsylvania.
That's fair.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like deep and wide.
Crazy.
Like my beehole.
Yes. Softballs. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's funny too.
I mean, yeah, they are kind of, but you have to be tender with them. Fall into the abyss of my gaping butthole.
Hi, I'm from Wiener.
Episode may as well be called phrasing. Oh,
We still doing phrasing? Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Not at all. It's just sex jokes from here on out.
So, like, yeah, give me if you want to come back to video games, give me a good recommendation for something to try on, I guess, Steam Deck, because I installed Bazite as a side load on the thing, and I'm finding that everything on Steam Deck runs like 30 times faster in Bazite than it does in Windows. So I'm having a lot of fun with that, but I'm looking for something to try.
Fallout 2.
I wish
Could it
Pernell
be a
was
horror
here.
game?
Say what?
I wish I had an idea of something to tell you, but the only thing I can think to tell you is that Steam Next Fest is going on right now. It's this week until the 21st, and so there's all sorts of free demos to download and try and see if something sticks.
Sorry.
Speaking of which, I did see the listing for a title that I think Aki would be interested in, but now I have to go find it again because I can't search for it on my work computer.
Speaking of things that stick.
Yeah, it is. It is on Steam.
Hold on. I'll go look too.
What was the name of that festival con Steam thing?
Steam Next Fest?
Thank you.
Yes.
I'll look it up later. Next Fest, October 24th.
Oh, here we go.
2024. Live now.
Here you go, Aki. It's a mixture of like cafe simulator, visual novel, and hentai game. One iced latte with your breast milk, please.
Oh, I've seen that.
Nice.
You're
Of
like,
course
"Ah,
you've seen
That's
it.
not nice.
You're like, yeah, I knew about that months ago.
It's been on my wish list for ages.
Wow.
Not quite, but
No, it's
You lost me.
It's
at
not on
press
your wish
because
list?
I was
Did you
going
buy
back
it
and
already?
remembering that I was on this show, and we didn't know it at the time, but my wife was pregnant, and I got back into the house after the show, and she's just staring at me with daggers, like. I said, "You're in labor, aren't you?" Yup. Off we go.
Wow.
At least she waited. That was pretty nice.
I know
Yeah.
it did. It worked out nice. I'm such an ass. Oh my god. No, we didn't. She said she was just feeling kind of weird, and so I asked if it's okay if I jump on with Joe, because I was telling Joe at the time that we were close, but we just didn't know what day. And I said I might not make it. You said fine, whatever. And so I asked her, and she's like, yeah, just go for it. So I went for it, and I came back into the house, and then daggers. So yeah, there's some emotion irregulation that happens during the tail end of pregnancy, and I was at the receiving end of it, and I deserved every ounce of it.
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
It
go
was
with
a
that
good
story.
episode, I'm sure.
I can't even remember anything about it.
Me neither.
All I can remember is, actually no, the one I remember the most is the one where my lawnmower wouldn't start.
Oh,
Remember
God.
Oh, God, I do remember that one.
I spent the whole time streaming the sound of a lawnmower that wouldn't start.
I wish I could remember what episode that was. 'Cause I would go back and check that one out again just to hear how ridiculous it was.
And do you remember before you uploaded it, you tagged the audio on the end of it of me finally getting the damn thing to fire up?
Oh, that is so perfect.
Oh my gosh. Like, do y'all understand the crap I put this guy through for I can't math. What year is it? 11 years. Damn.
I mean, you've known me longer than that.
It's true. I've known you for a long time.
Yeah. Early MagFest days.
Yeah.
Way
like,
early days.
I never made it to 1 until 4, but I knew you well before that.
What, VG Mix and OCR and
VG Mix,
that fun
OCR,
stuff.
probably SS Tracks, even, maybe.
I wasn't part of that. No.
You didn't miss anything. Jeez, that was young drama. Good grief.
I do miss those early MagFest days. Like, nothing will top sitting at the soundboard with you guys doing a concert and looking below the soundboard desk and Snappleman's just watching porn the whole time.
He had a thumb drive full of porn, and we had a laptop set up under the mixing desk, and it just ran nonstop through the concerts. And I remember one year there was a band called Press Select Start. It was the orchestra instrumental group.
Select Start.
The Select Start. And
one of them came over and said, guys, we wanted to make a request. If you could maybe not have the porn going during our set, we'd really appreciate it. And I said, okay, fine. That's cool. We're good. So the moment they started, Andrea started it up.
Please tell me you ate chicken while the porn was going.
No, but during one of the shows, Joe served bacon.
Oh, I was part of that.
Oh, yeah.
Were you there?
Oh, yeah. I was handing out bacon like it was sacrament, baby.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, and we had
Rez
a bacon
was a
mic.
server.
The video of the bacon mic is still online.
Oh, my gosh. That you send me a link. I still have the bacon mic, and it finally doesn't smell like bacon anymore. It's amazing.
Finally?
It took like 10 years, but now it doesn't smell like bacon.
Fall into the abyss of my gaping butthole.
Jeez, what did we do? We did bacon that first year, and then was it Swedish meatballs the second year?
And then hot dogs.
And then it was hot dogs for the last year.
Big shout out to Javors, who just rated us with 36 people. Welcome in, everybody. This is episode 1000 of the SML podcast. We were just hanging out with a bunch of friends, chatting. We're going to get to news in a few minutes, but we're just chatting and bullshitting right now.
Norg, look in general chat. There's your video of the bacon mic.
There's general chat. How the hell do I get in? Oh, God, there's a lot of messages in here. Oh, there it is. Oh, my. Oh, and it's on YouTube, too, so I can look it up later. Sweet.
Hachi still has the video.
That's amazing. Like, you don't even realize there were so many amazing memories associated to all that, and it feels like it was yesterday, but it was like a really long time.
I have a picture of me handing out bacon. I've got to find it.
Yeah, you do. I'm terrible. I don't remember a lot of what was going on because I was terrified that I was going to forget what I was supposed to be playing on stage. But I remember Mustin fading the bacon mic in and out because we had that electric skillet outside, and yeah, just we're nuts.
Good times.
That's so sweet.
Oh, man.
Sperry, you going to go to MagFest this year?
Dude, I might. You keep telling me to, and I feel like if I don't go, you're going to take me off the show or something.
I might punch you in the throat.
Well,
I don't know how, because you're not going to be at MagFest. So.
I don't know if that's a reason for me to go or to stay away. This sounds like a threat.
Flip a coin, really.
See, Norg, there's even one dude praying to me for bacon.
I saw that. And then you've got the other dude off to the right behind the guy in front whose head is tilted back and his mouth is open, but he doesn't realize that you're not going to give him bacon.
No, I didn't.
You're going to give him something else.
That's right.
Phrasing.
Yep. What do you give him?
I'm going to throw the picture of the bacon up on stream real quick.
Oh, I don't have this stream open.
Oh, man. Can't get the whole thing. There it is.
Oh, nice.
That is MagFest 6 right there.
Fray the bacon.
Pretty much summed that whole weekend up right there in one photo.
If you were hanging out in chat, pay attention the whole time because we were giving away tons of game codes. We have friends with Red Deer Game, Forever Entertainment, Outright Games. Spike Chunsoft hooked us up with a title. Capcom hooked us up with Street Fighter. We got a lot of good stuff to give away tonight. So
damn, son.
We do. And there's going to be code drops as well. So pay attention. You never know when you might win something. Make sure you're paying attention because if you're not in chat to claim it, you miss out. Unless you're a sub benefit. So you got an Amazon Prime sub just sitting around.
You know what's perfect is based on the show too. I got the stream up, but one of the little side view ads popped up, and it was an ad for IHOP's Pancakes of the Month.
Was it?
It's so perfectly. It's like nice.
Joe, were you with us that night that we during MagFest went to the IHOP in DC?
Don't know.
I can't remember if you were there or not.
I don't think so. I know. Was it a later?
It was like way because I know a lot of the meal runs we did together, but I can't remember if you were at that one or not. We ended up going into a IHOP. It was like 11:30 or 12 in the morning, or like midnight or something, and it was kind of awkward because we walked in and it was like one of those scenes out of a movie where everybody stops what they're doing and looks at us because we look weird and we're not the same color as everybody inside. And I had like this moment of clarity where like, wow, so that's what it feels like. Holy shit. And then everybody was actually really nice to us after the fact, but we got like stared at for a while. It was really kind of creepy, but it was also really enlightening at the same time.
The only IHOP memory I really have from MagFest, I don't even remember which one it was. It was an early one. There were like 20 of us that went to an IHOP, and they gave us just a huge, long table with like 10 on each side.
Wasn't that MagFest 8? Because I thought
Yeah, there's your table. I just happened to find the picture of it.
Oh,
did you really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh
there
my
it
God.
is. I recognize some of those people. I recognize a lot of those people.
That's MagFest 8.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like, is my dumb face in there?
I don't think that's the one I'm talking about, because that doesn't look like IHOP. That looks like
These are
else.
Flick's photos.
No.
Oh, of course.
I don't know if Flick was there. I can't remember who else was there, but
Who do you think took the picture?
No, it wasn't this picture. I'm telling you, it was a different event.
Oh,
that doesn't even look like an IHOP in the picture.
Actually, yeah.
That's a TGI Fridays, I think.
Yeah.
See,
It's a TGI
wiener. They were doing unlimited pancakes event, and we challenged each other like side versus side who could eat the most pancakes.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
And we were there for well over an hour just eating pancakes.
Man.
I think my side won by like 2 or 3. It wasn't me either. Like I only contributed a few. I couldn't hang with some of the other people there.
Wow.
Oh man.
We're old.
Memories on the corner of my mind.
Jacob, you ever gonna go back to Mag?
No.
No. Too
At
big
this
now?
point, I mean, it's been too big for many years.
I'll echo that sentiment.
And it's just like between costs, because I mean, I've got kids now, and my claustrophobia, like I'd just be like, hell no.
It's too big to fun. Like,
yes,
that's
like it's
that's
like I like. Let me put it to you this way: I hate walking around on the streets of New York City. Like I like it would be even worse for me. Like.
Yeah.
New York City is my least favorite city.
I fucking hate it so much.
That reason.
It smells like it fucking smells no matter where you go, and like, and
Yeah,
it's just
almost
full
as
Are
of
bad as
you?
Manchester
It's not
smells.
just you who smells.
yeah, yeah. No,
Well, if you want to be technical, we do use our nose to sniff and smell, but in reality, what we are referring to is the scent that emanates from the populace of New York City, which is almost as bad as the scent that emanates from anybody at MagFest.
almost.
Rough.
Doc Havoc
Fancy,
saying
fancy.
the golden age of Mag has long since passed. The last 10 mags feel like homogenized blur to me. I can agree with that. It just, everything feels the same anymore. But as long as I keep doing a panel and I keep getting a room, I'm going to keep going because I love going.
Soldier
I get to
on,
see
you
friends.
brave lumberjack.
There's only like
seriously.
5 left.
I was going to say, there can't be that many left.
Yeah.
5 or 6, I think. Ian's one, Zerum's one, Moguda was one until the COVID year. We're giving him a lumberjack with an asterisk because he paid for his room that year. He just didn't want to attend.
That makes sense. I feel like that gets a pass.
Yeah, so he's a lumberjack with an asterisk.
We all have an asterisk, Joe.
I bowed out after 15 years myself.
I'd still like to try and get to MagFest.
I think you should go this year.
The timing is just bad. I've been going for like trips in December and then, you know, turning around and trying to go to something that early seems like a quick turnaround.
What's the closest airport?
To MagFest is probably DC.
DCA.
Oh, looking it up right now.
Oh Oh man, yeah. Anything else anyone want to talk about, or should we dive into news? I don't know what everyone's schedule is like tonight, but we do have a lot of news and we do have a lot of reviews to get to, so we do have to have some semblance of a show tonight.
I'm in for the long haul, and I'm also staying for a while.
Fall into the abyss of my gaping butthole.
Candy Pants, welcome in, Raiders. Thank you for the raid, Candy. Welcome in. We are hanging out for our 1000th episode of SML. We've been doing this for nearly 12 years, and this is 1,000 episodes. We have a bunch of friends here, and we're going to chat news. Y'all ready for this?
You just sounded like the Morse code thing that they would do for the news.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
That was it. Like the old 1980s news flashes.
Do it, yeah.
All right, let's chat news. There was an Xbox partner preview today. Did anybody watch this?
I did not get to.
Nope.
Sorry.
That's what we watched.
Tell us all about it.
I will tell you about it, and Aki will tell you about it too, because they start off. Aki, you were excited about the first thing they showed, yeah?
Yeah. I guessed what this was about, and I was happy. They start off with the Lake House DLC for Alan Wake 2, and the main character in it is going to be Agent Estevez, the lady who gets shot in the police department in the second game. So
spoilers.
Y'all motherfuckers need to play the game. It's not my fault at this point.
You can't tell me what to do. You're not my dad.
I'm not, but I can still tell you what to do.
Hey now.
I mean, $20 is $20.
True.
Don't give him the stick.
Oh.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know how many times people shouted that at me when I was standing on stage with this stick? Seriously. If I had a nickel for every time somebody shouted that at me, I'd have a shitload of nickels.
At least $5 worth.
You'd have enough nickels that you could put them in a sock and beat someone to death with, and that's all that matters. Because that gets you a lot more money.
Who would get beaten to death on this podcast lineup?
By me?
Just in general. If one of us...
Probably me. If it's going to be anybody, it's going to be me.
Well, you're the one with the nickels.
Oh, wait, that's true.
Oh, you just need a sock then.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
That's what I said.
I can give you a sock.
So,
Well,
I don't think you
I'm
want
deadly with a
Jacob's
stick.
socks. I don't think you want Jacob's socks.
I did medieval combat for too many years. I'm deadly with a stick.
Don't give her the
Who am I
stick.
beating?
Jacob, clearly.
That's what we got to... Yeah, there we
Death
go.
by
Jacob's
snoo.
there it is.
The answer is always Jacob. If anyone's going to hurt anybody in here, all of us are going to hurt Jacob. That's just how it is.
Yeah, but that means I'd have to leave my house, which I don't do, so...
You don't have to leave it. If you can exit, other people can enter. I'm just saying.
Crazy.
I've got balls of socks.
Chronos, The New Dawn is a new game from Bloober Team coming out next year. This looked very Dead Spacey.
Yeah, just don't ever write that in their actual chat. That promotes terrorism somehow. I don't understand. But yeah, that looked so good. Everything, all the enemies look like necromorphs. I was so excited for that.
It looks really cool. I'm excited to see what Bloober does, especially after how well received Silent Hill 2 has been talked about.
Yeah, everyone was really worried about that game, and I've heard nothing but praise for it. So,
I've done their games.
I don't know.
What was that, Horror?
I'm really behind on playing their games. I was a big fan of like the earlier ones I played from them, but I haven't played like the last 3 or so.
Are you going to pick up Silent Hill 2?
I have zero desire to play that remake, even though the first one is my all-time favorite game.
That is the right answer.
Why no interest?
Wasn't it just reviewed last week?
It was reviewed on Tuesday.
Tuesday,
It
yeah.
was Tuesday. Feels like a week ago. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah, Pernell liked it. Pernell gave it good marks.
Double beef burrito.
It's nothing to do with like the quality of the game. It's more kind of like the industry trend with like remakes now. I'm just kind of over it. Other than for games that like kind of deserve it or weren't well received the first time around, I think a lot of those kind of deserve
Oh, so like Horizon Zero Dawn is a great example.
No.
Sorry, I almost said that with a straight face.
Yeah. Like, PlayStation is notoriously bad for remaking stuff now that doesn't need to be remade, but
that's generally all they do anymore. Jesus.
Until Dawn did not need a remake at all.
Yeah, no.
And apparently it's worse because of all the lighting changes they made. Apparently everyone says it just like completely changes the tone of the game.
Why did they do that? The game just came out not long ago.
Yeah.
Because they want to fuck with things and make people pay for it.
Don't worry. They're going to remake The Last of Us 1 again.
I think that's only legal in Nevada, though.
Probably.
Well, if you want something new, Double 11 has something new with a game called BlindFire. It is a first-person shooter that takes place in the dark. It is out in early access today on Xbox. It's only $9.
Is it a VR only title? It looked like the trailer made it look like it was a VR game. Is it a VR game?
No, it's on Xbox.
No? I'll make the obvious joke and say, it's like Doom 3.
Womp womp.
I would kind of be interested in that game if it wasn't very likely to give me a seizure.
Yeah. I'm not too sure what to think of this one, but at $9, it might be worth checking out to see what it's like. Apparently not many people are playing it, though. Views, from what I've seen online, have been very slow. So hopefully it picks up.
Well, that's a shame.
It's funny.
It looks like the servers will be closed in a month. Maybe.
It's funny you mentioned that about the seizure, though, because it reminded me of like ages and ages ago when Quake 2 came out. And I had several friends who could not play it because after about 5 seconds of being in the game, like they suddenly had nausea and dizzy spells and they felt like they were going to throw up. Did that happen to anybody else?
Never played it, so no.
Okay.
For just a short time, I had it, and then they might have done like an update, and after that, it was fine for me.
Okay, because I remember, like, I couldn't understand it because it didn't bug me at the time, but, like, several people I knew were just like, I can't play this. I'm going to throw up. Like, why?
And it was just Quake 2. Quake, I was completely fine with.
Well, Quake 2 was when they started upping the resolution on things, remember? Like original Quake was more like the low res textures kind of stuff. But then you get into Quake 2 and that's like when VESA was really starting to take off. And then like the Voodoo cards or something were pretty close to that.
Oh yeah, it went from like 320-200 to 640 by 480 and it threw everybody off.
Yeah, 640 480 was really weird at first.
God, we are showing your age.
We really are.
I know.
Oh, shit. The gray bushes are going to go hang out in the back now.
Like
with old Yeller?
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah, I think
I'll put something to the back of your head.
It's like the Simpsons meme, just carrying the stereo. We're carrying the turntable.
That's right.
Oof.
Man. Anyway, after that, they showed off another trailer for Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. It's releasing a week early now on February 21st.
Could you say that title again? That was a lot of words.
Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
I'm looking forward to it.
I always look forward to Like a Dragon games. It looks
just based on the plot alone, I'm already like, this is game of the year for next year.
I mean, it's Majima as a pirate. What more could you want?
Yeah.
Exactly. Not a whole hell of a lot more.
All we need are games that star Majima, and we're good.
It sounds like the sort of thing they drew out of a hat.
Probably.
Like, all right, we want him to do something. All right, let's throw a bunch of ideas in there. All right, what did we get? Pirate. All right, now we need a location. Hawaii.
Yeah, because the last game was in Hawaii.
Oh shit, it was. You're right.
Was it?
Yeah.
You know, here's another alternative on that. Maybe they were just like, oh no, we have to do research for our next game. We're going to go to Hawaii. On the company dime.
I'm just glad they didn't do it as a DLC and like, no, screw it. We'll give Majima his own game.
Yeah, I'm glad for that. Majima is my favorite character. By far.
And I love how they're completely self-aware. That's why I love this series.
Yeah, it looks pretty crazy. I can't wait for it. Comes out February. Next game they showed off. This one looks amazing. It is called Mouse, PI for Hire. It is like a 1920s animated cartoon first-person shooter / detective game.
Yes, I've seen trailers for that before. It looks so good.
I am down bad for that.
It looks so awesome.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
After that was Subnautica 2, coming to early access next year.
I could have swore that game was already out forever ago.
I honestly thought it was going to be Subnautica 3.
So did I, because I could have swore we already had 2.
I know.
I thought we did too.
Is it a Mandela effect thing? Are we?
No, it's Subnautica Below Zero.
Subnautica 3, the search for Subnautica 2.
Which is also its own game. So,
like the 1-Ups Volume 4 on the raging success of Volume 3.
Well, Goat Sim just went straight to 3 and skipped 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas this will be game number 3, but they're calling it number 2.
Yeah.
I guess Below Zero is more of a spin-off, Timber saying.
Oh, I did not know that.
After that, some big news. Animal Well is coming to Xbox. It has been getting tons of praise, and it is hitting today. It's out. It's there. It's playable. Buy it.
That's pretty rad.
I've heard so much good about it. I can't wait to try it out.
Has anybody in here played it?
Nope.
I have not. Nope, not yet.
Dang.
I'm guessing Pernell and Tim have. Pernell, speaking of, Pernell, how are you doing tonight, my man?
I'm hanging in there. How about yourself?
Doing good. Have you played Animal Well?
I have not. I want to, though. I have it. I actually put it down on the list of things to play before the year's up. It's a potential game of the year contender.
Did you hear the good news that it is out on Xbox today?
I did not, but that is good news.
You are really hard to hear right now.
I'm on speaker. You're on the green room, right? This isn't live yet, right?
Oh, it's all live.
Oh,
dude,
why are you in the green room?
We've been live for over an hour.
We're in the green room so people could just join at will.
All live all the time.
Well, duh. There it is. That explains everything. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I mean, he dragged me out, Pernell, of all people.
He did. How are you doing?
Just getting by, sir.
I feel
live and kicking. How are you?
Just not as high.
I don't know, man. I'm back from being a real jerk lately. Now I'm kicking the floor.
Oh, don't talk to me about backs.
Or floors.
Or floors.
That too.
Usually one helps alleviate the issue with the other.
It's supposed to be symbiotic, but really they're just a bunch of assholes.
They really are. I don't like them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we should have a back mutiny.
Do it. I'm in.
Let's take them all the fuck out. They need to go. They ain't doing the jobs, and I'm sick of it.
Put my head in a jar and wire me up.
That's right.
Now you're
go.
talking.
Done.
Back separation.
Don't touch the sides.
Operation. You do, yeah.
And don't cross the streams.
Important safety tip.
Operation.
Operation. You're the doctor.
So much fun to play.
Done by the B-52s. The B-52s does operation. You're a doctor.
Somebody get an AI bot on that stat. I need to hear this.
I would watch that commercial. Probably repurchase the game with them advertising for it. Shit, dog. So what have you guys chatted about so far? Because it's been an hour.
Yeah,
we've bullshit.
Bullshitted for most of it.
And
Naked
bacon.
Maine.
Yeah, Naked Maine. That was probably the best.
Naked
one.
Maine, like the state with no clothes on.
Yes.
Use your imagination.
I'm having Naked Maine.
It's strip trees time.
Because I can see like Naked Florida is shaped like a dick, but
it's all just wet pancakes.
It is.
Those are delicious too. So delicious.
Yummy.
Yeah,
we're actually. Always laugh at the wet pancakes thing. They sound so nasty on paper, but really it's just maple syrup covered pancakes. All the pancakes are wet.
They look nasty on paper too.
Yeah.
Just go to IHOP. What do you want for breakfast? I like 3 wet pancakes, please. Oh God, we don't serve those. I assure you, you do.
Oh, that's a special order.
Hey, Nick
Moist.
Manning!
Oh God.
Give me a
Oh
wet
God.
pancake. Give me
No,
more.
you knew this was going to go off the rails the moment you hit record.
Of course, it's been an hour and we talked about 6 things in the news.
This is normal for the old days, sir. This is how we roll.
That is how we roll. Yeah, we're mid partner preview. Pernell, did you see the Xbox partner preview today or hear anything about it?
I've seen nothing game news related. So I'm learning everything.
We just covered the Animal Well launched on Xbox today. Was the most recent bit of news, and then after that, Eden Zero, an anime style action adventure game, is coming next year from Konami.
I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah, that one looked pretty good.
Yeah, I just like the fact that Konami's actually getting their reputation repaired bit by bit.
Yeah, it's nice that they're actually releasing games.
Yeah,
and not just
and
pachinko
not just
machines.
Collections.
Full
Yeah,
of
not
balls of
collect-
steel.
I don't even believe they're made of steel. They probably use some freaking composite metal shit. Cheaping out.
After that was a gorgeous looking action adventure where you control elements called Eternal Strands. It's coming next year. It's going to be on Game Pass.
I like the sound of that.
That's pretty cool.
It reminded me a lot of Shadow of Colossus because everything that we saw them fighting really were like these big, gigantic, hulking machines and shit. It looks so cool.
I was joking around that I thought it was Cameo 2.
Ooh, actually, I would play Cameo too. You joke, but I would play that. I like Cameo.
It was a good game. It was fun. It was early 360, but it was good.
Yeah, once you got past all the whoa, look how gritty it is now. It's still really a good game.
Yeah. Speaking of Souls-like, they're going to mix Souls-like and an extraction game in Mistfall Hunter.
Oh, that sounds cool.
It
I want to
looked
see more
weird.
on that.
Yeah, I want to know more about it because it just looked like a normal action Souls-like to me. And then in the wrap-up, they're like, it mixes Souls-like and extraction game. I'm like, what? How do you do extraction?
Yeah, they didn't
with a
show
Souls-like?
anything like that in it. Also, I wasn't sure if you only play as one character, or if you're actually controlling all three. I don't know because it kept switching between different characters.
Yeah, I'm going to guess it's a 3-player co-op kind of thing.
I'm thinking so since they said extractor. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with it, and that annoys me.
Yeah.
What's an extractor? Are you going to a place and rescue somebody or take a briefcase out?
Stuff like that, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Thimber says Mistfall Hunter is a third-person adventure game that combines action RPG with strategic PvPvE extraction looter gameplay.
PvP, no thank you.
Yeah, I'm lost when they mention PvP.
Yeah.
PvE, I'm good with. PP,
Sounds like
then
food for a future live service.
Then you got to rely on having like, well, not just a team, but a community to play the game.
Yeah.
So.
And you specifically need to worry about having people to carry you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for this gaming shit to have to worry about community.
Yeah, no. I agree. That's why I build more model kits these days.
Once upon a time, I liked the idea of community, and then I got on the internet, and internet ruined community. I want my personal community. That's right, exactly. You know I'm talking about in disembodied voice.
Oh, yeah.
That was you.
I'm not
disembodied voice.
I'm completely intact.
I don't know about that.
He's embodied. That man's embodied.
Wheel World is a bike racing game coming early 2025 to Game Pass. It's got a highly animated style, and it's like 10-speed bike racing. It looks really cute. And then the ending had something glowing, which makes you think something weird is going to happen. So I'm intrigued to see more on this one.
Yeah, I wrote a prettier Tour de France.
Yeah, maybe. Next up, this one
With
got
more
a lot
balls
of people
than
excited.
Lance Armstrong.
Oh God!
Sorry,
that's
I had to
the kind
finish
of
chewing.
comedy I've missed.
After that, Phasmophobia is finally releasing on console October 29th. It is.
Nice.
It's finally happening.
Fast money.
Oh, Bri, you buying this?
I would love to get Phasmophobia. I have it on Steam. I would really love to play it on Xbox with, my regular community of people that I play with. I think it would be super fun.
For all one of us who don't know what that is, could you describe that?
You hunt ghosts.
It's a great game.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
just like the people do on TV.
On your IP log. Who you gonna call? Phantasmophobians. Ribbit.
I keep getting the name of that and Phantasmagoria mixed up.
That was a great game, speaking of old things.
What was Phantasmagoria, like 6 discs on PC back in the day?
I think so, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. I might still have it sitting around, believe it or not.
The force feeding scene creeped me out big time.
I think that's the first game I ever saw that had nudity in it.
Titties!
Like actual human titties, too.
Yeah.
I don't know what this game is, but I'm excited now.
It could be digital, like animated titties. These are human,
it was great
titties.
Joe's over here like, it was
The
the
best
first
kind.
time I ever saw human breasts because the only other breasts I had ever seen were on a moose.
They were my own.
A moose? Why a moose? A moose.
Moose bites can be pretty nasty,
Like of all the places,
Those are
like
big
of all the things, you go a moose.
That
you
was
just
the
wanted to create a new
funniest-
story.
Oh my god.
Pernell, have you met me?
I have. It doesn't change the fact that of all the things, that a moose. Those moose tits. That's the thing.
Moose tits.
Now, if it's on a guy, are they moose mitts?
Oh.
Nope, they're still tits.
I really wish I could name the episode Moose Tits at this point.
Do it. Just don't tell the child-friendly people.
No, you just put a picture of a moose and a picture of the bird.
Oh no, I got to use Randall's picture as the image for the episode. His picture. Did you see his drawing?
Oh
He
yeah.
had it up pre-show. If you were listening to this on MP3, check out our YouTube version to see special artwork that our friend Randall drew for the show for our 1000th episode. He's the guy who designed our logo.
That's so sick.
I love the
should be on a
chat.
t-shirt.
Victor X was like off doing perler beads or something and then jumps back in. I heard moose tits.
Wait a minute.
All right. Anyways, moving on. Next game.
So there's a
We've
game
talked
coming
too
out,
much about moose tits
Xbox
at this
Live.
point. Let's move, please. Let's
Moose Tits coming to Xbox February 2025. You're Mountie on a quest.
Something that is coming in 2025 is a game called The Legend of Babu.
That looks so cute. Oh my
It has
God.
a floofy pupper in it,
And you get to ride it like a horse, and it's
like a moose.
I love it.
Like a
I was
moose.
about to
Like a
say
moose.
There's a Canadian. I feel offended.
It's called The Legend of Bamboo. like bamboo
Babu.
roots. Oh, Babu.
In honor of Victor, we're going to transition over to caribou tits.
Oh God.
That sounds like a mixed drink.
Next game was Wu Chang Fallen Feathers coming 2025. Gonna be on Game Pass.
I want that so bad. That looks so fucking awesome.
Ain't nothing to fuck with.
Wu Chang is for the children, I think.
Ain't nothing to fuck with.
Wu Chang Feathers ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu Chang
knew
Feathers
someone was
ain't
gonna
nothing
go
to
there.
fuck with. I mean, Pernell went there first. I'm just singing it.
But yeah, basically in that one, you hunt monsters, but you're also part monster, and it's really cool looking.
Yeah.
Looks like it's gonna be hard as shit. I can't wait.
Speaking of Wu-Tang, has anyone heard the version of Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck with Tom Morello and Chad Smith?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
What is
banger.
this?
It is a banger. Look up the
Oh,
album
yeah.
Loud Rocks. You need to listen to the whole thing.
I've got some loud rocks for you right here.
Oh, tiny
Final
dog.
game that they showed off during the partner preview was FBC Firebreak from Remedy, the 3-player co-op game set in the Control universe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could probably be talked to that.
In the Control universe. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's almost like we'd have to play together. Shame.
I mean,
Lost
admittedly,
the community.
It might make it worth it just because I like, Alan Wake and Control. I hate humans. I like Control.
Yeah, humans suck. You know what
just
doesn't
go back
suck?
into my basement and play Ultima 3 on the Commodore 64.
Hey, don't badmouth Ultima 3.
I was going to say, because that's actually not funny, because after this, I will probably go into my basement and play Ultima 3 on the Commodore 64.
Nice.
The music was baller.
I'm still doing a Fallout 2 run again, so come on, you're preaching to the choir here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Let's all go find the hidden room in adventure.
The FBC game.
Yeah, I know.
reminds me
I
a
know
lot
exactly
of
where it
Killing
is.
Floor.
Sperry Berry knows what's up.
I know where it is.
The invisible dot.
So anyway, Game Pass news. A bunch of games coming to Game Pass. Let's go over the list this week. South Park: The Fractured But Whole hit Game Pass Ultimate and Standard.
What was the name of that game again?
The Fractured But Whole.
Thank you.
Fall into the abyss. Today, October 17th, we got Donut County.
Oh, good game. I love that game.
Yeah,
Love
that's
that
a
game.
really good game.
It's Ultimate and Standard, and then MechWarrior 5 Clans hits Ultimate.
Nice.
Huh.
Yep.
Which
October-
I think there's a free DLC for that coming out if you collect it in time.
I mean, I do love me some giant stompy robots.
Indeed. We're going to talk about that next week, right, Aki?
We can talk about it this week if you want, because I do not have access to it anymore.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, because it's a Steam game. They can revoke access if it's a preview build, and they
hate when they do that.
Wait, they had it on
last
Steam?
week. Yeah.
How am I slipping in my old age?
That's happened to me a couple times, and I hate it every single time.
Before console.
It's like, you got a lot of nerves. Like, I mean, you're not paying me any money. At least you can do is give me the fucking game.
Yeah, seriously. I hate that shit.
Yeah, I got.
See, they're just enforcing the whole CD bullshit that they had, where if you read the fine print, it said that you don't actually own the music. It's just a license for it, and we can revoke it at any time. But we're just not going to, because we can't actually get into your house to take it. But now Steam has figured out how.
Yeah,
Good job.
I had 2 of them revoked in the past. I think it was last week, and MechWarrior 5 was one of those 2. The other one was something that I couldn't find anywhere online, so I don't know what the fuck it was. So
almost for telling you, like, I'm not going to talk about your game then, because I don't have it anymore. It's almost like I can't do the job.
Well, I already did review it technically.
Yeah, we did the early preview on it. We were just going to give a final wrap up on it, but back to Game Pass. October 25th, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is hitting Game Pass Ultimate. Happening. And then Warzone and Modern Warfare 3 are going to be playable on cloud.
Cloud Strife himself?
Yes. Exactly.
Good. I guess they'll fit most of it on the Buster.
October 29th, Ashen is returning to Game Pass on Ultimate and Standard.
He's such a nice person.
What is it? Did you say?
Ashen.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with that game.
Oh, look it
I
up.
feel like I played it. Yeah.
And then some
Like
PC games are coming to Game Pass. October 31st, Dead Island 2 is hitting Game Pass PC.
Nice.
And then
Great game.
November 5th, StarCraft Remastered and StarCraft 2 Campaign Collection are hitting PC Game Pass.
Those are a choice.
Yeah. Can't be all good news, though. 5 games are leaving Game Pass at the end of the month. Some big indies going away. Frog Detective, The Entire Mystery is going away.
That game is so cute.
I know. I want to play that. I'm debating if I want to pick it up before it goes away or if I want to hold out for a bigger sale.
What was it called again?
Frog Detective, The Entire Mystery.
That sounds really cool.
All of it.
Right now.
All of it.
It's all about the dance scenes at the end of every chapter.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'm installing that tonight. Headbangers is leaving. Inkulinati is leaving. Lonely Mountains Downhill, and then Mineko's Night Market are all leaving Game Pass at the end of the month.
Inkulinati is a good game, too.
Dang, that sucks.
Worry about. Oh, thank God.
Want to know what's worse is the list of games leaving PlayStation Plus November 18th. They're losing a huge chunk of games. GTA San Andreas Definitive Edition, Red Dead Redemption
here we
2,
go again. Ooh.
The Sims 4 City Living, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, Superliminal, Ayuden Chronicle Rising, Klonoa Fantasy Reverie Series, Teardown, Chorus, What Remains of Edith Finch, Overcooked 2, Blasphemous, Moving Out, Mobile Gundam Suit Extreme versus Max Boost On, whatever the hell that is. And
it's a fighting game.
Everything from Kingdom Hearts, HD 1.5 and 2.5, HD 2.8, Kingdom Hearts 3, and Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, all leaving PS Plus next month.
Damn.
Wow.
That sucks.
That's a
I
lot.
feel bad
Yeah,
for
that is
PlayStation
a huge clean out. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully next month's editions make up for how many games they're losing. That seems to be the theme, though. Subscription services seem to be losing more than they're gaining anymore.
Yeah.
So
That totally sucks. That's a lot.
It costs money to put stuff in, and they want money, so spending money isn't helping them when they can't just continue to jack up the price of a monthly subscription constantly.
I'm wondering if we'll see a couple of those join Game Pass, because it seems like they trade off back and forth. Like Red Dead will be on Game Pass for a while, and then it'll jump to PS Plus, then back to Game Pass. So maybe Red Dead will come to Game Pass. Maybe Kingdom Hearts will show up on Game Pass. That'd be cool.
Fair.
Yeah.
Nobuo Uematsu has confirmed that Fantasian Neo Dimension is his final full game as composer. He's not retiring completely. He will continue to make music, just not full game OST.
Which
Fair. Just reminded me.
The man that he earned this time. Now he's doing it for fun, not for check.
Yep.
I got to find it on my phone here somewhere, but I think I still have a video of him doing an elevator party at MagFest.
Oh, man.
Ooh,
I got to see that.
what?
I want that video.
Uh-oh. Shit, now I have to find it.
Yes, you do?
Yes.
Look what you did. Look what you did. Look
Yep.
what you did.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
What made me do?
I mentioned this earlier, but Tetris Forever from Digital Eclipse has a November 12th release date on all platforms and will include more than 15 Tetris titles, including Tetris, Tetris 2, Hatris, Super Bombless, Super Tetris 3, and more. There will be a brand new version called Tetris Time Warp that blends all the ages together. They're also going to do a recreation of the very first version of Tetris that the developer created on whatever the hell system he originally created on, but they're going to recreate it and it'll be playable.
Nice.
Like we did last summer.
Yeah. I can't wait for that one. Some sad news, 33 Immortals early access has been pushed to 2025 on PC.
Damn.
Yeah. A lot of
That game
people
was
looking
cool.
forward to that one. I was hoping it'd be on Xbox this year. Xbox release got bumped, and now PC release is bumped too.
Doing the bump.
Yep. My last bit of news is some sales figures. It Takes Two has sold over 20 million copies.
Wow.
Resident Evil 4 Remake is over 8 million copies.
Mm.
Very nice.
Well, it doesn't surprise me on that one.
Warhammer Space Marine 2 is already at 4.5 million.
Okay, that's
Kick
surprising.
ass.
That's fairly new. That's
I'm
good.
excited about that one. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero sold 3 million in the first 24 hours.
Oof.
Yeah.
There it is.
Silent
And
Hill
no one-
2 sold 1 million in the first week.
Right.
And
Bloober
then-
Team finally getting their due.
And then finally, Metaphor Refantasio launched with 1 million sales.
Damn.
Ooh,
Wow.
Yeah,
mine's
very cool
still
to
in
hear
the
that.
mail.
Very cool to hear that. A lot of good games getting good sales. Anyone else have any news?
Less news and more like
Nope.
a little bit of feedback from
No.
folks, because I'm wondering if anybody's nailed down any potential game of the years yet, because I'm starting to make my list and check it twice, find out which games are naughty or nice.
I've got a couple.
Let's hear them.
I mean, one of them is going to be getting reviewed later today.
Oh, shit.
Don't say that one.
Well, I'm not. Anyway.
Whisper to me.
And, Pernell, you know I'll whisper lots of things in your ear.
Yay!
Yay! Yay! The other one, which is much to Joe's chagrin, Ship Graveyard Simulator 2.
Jesus Christ.
I am still playing that.
That's awesome.
And also my kids are now into it too. Like my oldest just likes taking them apart like I do, and my youngest enjoys just wrecking everything and making 3 stories of scrap metal fall on top of them.
That's how it's meant to be played.
But yeah, I mean, I got news if we want to. I mean, or we could just keep moving towards reviews. Either one.
What's the news? Give us the news.
Yeah, what news have we got?
Layoffs.
Fuck.
Bandai, Don't Nod, and Riot.
I didn't know. I only knew about the Bandai one. There's other Riot too?
They're not laying anybody off. They're just submitting them to the expulsion rooms.
yeah, that's what Bandai claims that they're not doing. Which is sure. X Defiant. Ubisoft is claiming that it still is not going to shut down after Season 4. Which...
They've been saying that game's going to shut down since the second week it's been out. So it can't be doing that good.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if they actually have any numbers for it, but I'm not seeing anything. But Ubisoft is saying it's absolutely not dying. Which is the thing you say when things are absolutely dying. But what is apparently on life support, Concord. Concord has been updated dozens of times on Steam in October for unknown reasons. You still can't play it, but it keeps getting updated. Some people think it might just be because there's some back-end stuff that Sony is taking care of, that they're doing for all of their games, and Concord just happens to be one of these games that has to go through that process. But yeah, we will see. Pokemon Go has officially unveiled Gigantamax Pokemon. I think it's now in there. I don't know. I told my kid about it, and he was like, yeah, I already know. And I'm like, okay. Thanks.
In your face, Jacob.
Yeah, I know. And the thing is, I think he was talking about Dynamaxing, which I still don't understand all this shit, because this wasn't stuff that existed when I was really into Pokemon. And
I was a kid.
Yeah, I know. They're like, oh yeah, I really like this one, and I'm like, buddy, I stopped.
Dynamax.
I stopped playing when there was only 250 Pokemon.
Dude,
cut me some slack.
That was the good old days.
But yeah, there's that and the leaks.
Oh yeah.
They canonize human Pokemon relations or some shit that people keep bragging about.
Yeah, which that was there's a whole lot of the mythology that's just never before been published and vaguely hinted at, and now it's out there. We're seeing beta designs for different types of Pokemon, including what male versus female would have looked like. The female Psyduck was cute because it made its hair look like a heart. But the thing that I am most sad about, and I wish that I wish I could go after these files and poke through them myself, but I'm not, and so I'm relying on hopefully people not lying about what's in there. But supposedly, Sfeel used to be colored much like a leopard seal, so it was dark gray with gray spots, and it was supposed to be a bowling ball themed seal, and it's also along with it was the Predator for these these penguin birds that looked like bowling pins. The bowling pin penguins never got used, and Sfeel retained its same shape, just different coloring. But I'm just my God.
Could have had bowling pin birds.
I know, it would have been so perfect.
Eat your heart out, ring of keys.
But yeah.
Oh my God. Nobuo Uematsu elevator party. The man delivered.
Found
Holy crap.
The other big thing is that supposedly there is a Pokemon ZA PC version that's within the code, and it's playable. Nobody knows why it was made. There's no it's apparently there.
Damn. Maybe they were in the process. Maybe we can get some PC money, make it an online game.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
I concur.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Cool. Any other news?
Pokemon Unite's getting shut down in Belgium and the Netherlands because they passed a anti loot box law, and instead of not being skeezy scumbags, they just decided, well, we'll just not put these out here anymore.
And nothing of value was lost.
True. Very true.
Wrecked.
That's it. That's all my news.
Bri, any news?
No, I think the only piece of news I had really was just to mention Steam Next Fest, but yeah.
And breast
cool
milk
demos.
games.
Karma the Dark World has a demo out that I'm really excited about, so I'm going to check that out.
A few porn games have demos out.
Ooh.
Nice.
We know what Aki's doing tonight.
Playing
After
review
the show.
games. I don't have fucking time. Also, I have played games like that during the show, by the way.
I know you have. Everyone plays stuff during the show, it seems, except me.
I don't.
Thank
I don't
you,
either.
George.
I'm paying attention.
I need something to help
I'm
me
paying
focus.
attention to chat.
I'm browsing Steam.
I'm browsing your mom.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Browsing teeth nuts.
That is.
we know you are, Jacob.
Yeah, buddy. Horror Acolyte entered in for me.
Aww.
Nice.
That's what friends are for.
You got to be really careful when you say that person's name.
Yeah, Horror Acolyte. What's with that name?
Horror Acolyte.
I can't do the R's properly either. It's bad. Can't even say my own name.
Why do you go by two names?
Frank Reynolds.
Why don't you flip a coin and pick one?
Evil Zion's been my online handle for I don't know 20 years, something like that. But it was already taken on Twitch, so I had to change it to something else, which sucked.
Oh well. Speaking of review games, we got a bunch of games we got to talk about tonight. If anyone wants to head out now, this is the time to say your farewells, because we got a lot of games to talk about. So who is heading out and who wants to say some final words?
All right, bye everyone.
Shut up, Jacob. You're allowed to leave.
I gotta go.
Oh, lots of words.
No, seriously, I do actually have to get up early for work, so this would probably be my time to bow out.
All right, Rez, give us some final words before you split.
What in the fat fishes of a farfanugan fuck is going on here?
Damn, son.
Those are
Good
words to live by.
They are.
I think
Great
my
words.
brain just broke.
Wait, I have work at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Can I leave?
No.
Thou hast lost
I have to be up at 5 a.m. Don't even.
Don't even.
I
Don't
gotta be up
even.
at 4.
I have to be up sometime before midnight tomorrow.
You know, the longer you talk about how early you got to be up, the longer it's going to take for us to get to reviews.
Exactly.
Seriously.
All right, everybody. Peace out.
GTFO.
Good hanging, guys. Happy 1,000, bro.
Andy, you heading out?
I am as well, yeah.
Do you have any final words?
By a shark.
Dude, I just want to tell you congrats on the 1,000, dude. And thank you so much for letting me part of this whole SML podcast thing, man. It's been fun. I enjoy it.
Happy to have you be a part of it.
Heck yeah, man. And apparently I need to see a MagFest or I'm getting punched in the face.
Yeah, throat.
Or throat. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. That's much
I don't
better.
want to damage the face.
Worst
You gotta,
places to get punched.
yeah, don't want to damage the goods.
This is my moneymaker right here.
Yeah.
So.
We use the term good loosely there.
I mean, in all reality, I'm like, if anything, I'm really looking forward to 2035 when we're on episode 2000.
Oh, I don't know.
It's gonna be a bit.
And we can have
remember
next guest star on the show.
First few years, we were only once a week, so
we might clear that even earlier.
Going twice a week has sped things up significantly.
Okay. We should do the calculations sometime.
Ember's final words
8 or 9 years.
Pneumona ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. Longest word in the English language. I used to, my buddy used to say that in flocky pocky nihilipilifications back in high school, and then recite the Greek alphabet in one breath.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
That's the dumb shit we did
all
in
the
school.
ladies.
The alphabet in the alphabet in one breath.
Meanwhile, like we were just like daring each other to eat like gross shit in the cafeteria. Huh.
What, the cafeteria food?
Got him.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. What the fuck? I could do that like 3 times in a row. I don't even know that's not even a challenge.
The Greek alphabet.
Nobody knows the Greek alphabet. The Greeks don't even know the Greek alphabet.
Like alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Then I'm done.
The Greeks invented modern civilization and then they sat on their asses for the rest of history. I'm talking to you, Snapple, man.
Got him. Good hanging brows later.
Take it easy, Andy.
Peace.
George, you sticking around or are you heading out?
Yeah, I'm hanging. I got nothing better to do. Actually,
Pernell, you sticking around?
Anyway.
I may not say much, but I'll sit and listen to the reviews. Also hear what Jacob's game of the year is, apparently.
What about you, Horror? You sticking around or are you heading out?
Be lurking. Yeah.
Cool. Well, we will move on to reviews. We got a shitload to talk about tonight. First game to discuss tonight is Baldur's Gate 3, developed and published by Larian Studios. Available on Xbox, Series X and S, PS5, and PC for $69.99. Abducted, infected, lost. You are turning into a monster, but as the corruption inside you grows, so does your power. Forge a tale of fellowship and betrayal, sacrifice and survival, and the lore of absolute power. Caught in a conflict between devils, deities, and sinister otherworldly forces, you and your party will determine the fate of the Forgotten Realms. Hockey, it's been a long time coming, but we finally get to talk about Baldur's Gate 3. Tell us about it.
I love this fucking game. It is so long. It is so long.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm making it so much longer on myself because I'm stupid. So in this game, you play as some characters in the D&D world because the D&D world is fantastic, and I don't remember the name of it because I don't care. And
Forgotten Realms.
Sure, I'm just gonna nod. Same guy.
Yeah.
And you get to make your own character. And it can be as much of a sexy beast as you want, or it can be the fuggliest fucking thing on the planet. It has an amazing amount of customization. For the character, you get to make your own skin colors, and you can have heterochromia and change up eye colors, and you can be one of most of the races. I don't think it's quite all of the races possible, but it's all of them that I think you would find in like the originals player handbook, and maybe I think a couple extra as well on top of that. So you're not gonna be like a centaur or anything in this. Tough titties, folks. Wait for mods; they'll come eventually.
Moose titties.
God damn it. I was really hoping to avoid that. I should have known better. And you have, you're in a crashed Nautiloid ship, which is a Cthulhu-faced, brain-eating buttfucker. And they're evil, and they hate people, and they're trying to turn you into one of them. And their ship crashed, because they suck, and everyone hates them. And now you're trying to get this parasite out of you so you don't turn into one. Oh, and you have a bunch of other people that also were in the crash ship with you that also have this bullshit in their heads and are also trying to get healed. Or, you can completely ignore them and leave them to their fates, which is fun sometimes. And everything in this is based on rolls, and your rolls are not always going to be good unless you're playing with mods, like I am, because that's the fun part of the game. I roll critical successes constantly because I made it to where I can only roll that. So,
oh God,
it's great. I've loved it so far. So basically, if you want to sneak, you have to have really high sneak, and you have to roll good, because you can have really high sneak and roll a nat 1 and bumblefuck your way through everything and still be seen real easily. So you think you're being stealthy, but you're playing that Mission Impossible theme song. You're humming it really loudly. So exactly. And yeah, you meet a real group of characters. You get the very militant, shitty Gith Yankee woman who I don't really care about the name of because she's kind of a bitch. You get the most golden retriever woman in existence, Karlak, who is totally the person I'm romancing, and anyone who romances anyone else has obviously failed, unless it's Asterion, who is a sassy vampire guy. So yeah, it's really fun. We got it specifically because they came out with patch 7, which added mod support to the console.
Which you've been having fun with, obviously.
Yeah. There are some drawbacks to using the mod system. Typically, any mods that you have at the start of the save have to remain on, no matter what, even if you end up not using those mods, because there's like a lot of customization mods, and I didn't use them all. But because I started with them, they have to be turned on, even though literally no one uses any of that modded stuff since I didn't, and therefore it has no reason to be required to be on. And on top of that, the mods also disable achievements, which really sucks. It's a single player game, and I'm just like, let me have my achievements. Like, I kind of understand, like, if it were blocked on a higher difficulty, because there's an achievement for beating the highest difficulty basically in the game. So I can understand blocking that from being able to get obtained, but all the rest of them, who cares? But yeah, so that kind of sucks. And the fact that you can't install and uninstall the mods while you're, in the middle of a playthrough kind of sucks. Because I found I really kind of want more carry space, because even though I have a bag of holding, which for anyone who isn't a nerd, that basically has infinite room in it, so you can carry everything no matter how heavy it is. And it only weighs 15 pounds to carry. And you can fit thousands of pounds in it. Yeah, even with that, I can't carry enough. Even with that thing. Because everything you pick up immediately goes into your inventory. And even with maxed out strength stats, because I maxed out all of my stats, because again, mods, I can only carry like 240 pounds naturally, and I'm like, that gets filled up really quickly, actually. so fast. So I wanted to say,
I'm shocked you're playing with mods, given it affects achievements.
Because we got it specifically because of patch 7, I wanted to actually look at the mods. I thought it was only fair, since they wanted us to mention that stuff. Honestly, I'm probably going to have significantly more fun playing it with the mods than otherwise, because one of my mods is also a polyamory mod, so I can date all of the people and be pretty happy with that. So I get to have Asterion and Karlak and maybe Shadowheart. I guess I can go for the basic bitch too. All to myself, and it'll be great. Oh, also, if you decide you don't want to make your own character, you just really like one of these other characters a whole lot, you can actually play the origin story, which basically gets rid of your made character and instead gives you one of them to play as instead. So all of them have that, so you can play it as whoever the hell you want, and it's pretty cool. I would always suggest don't take Gale into your party. Period. Ever. He eats all your magical shit, so he can go fuck himself. I think I've put like 25 hours or so into this game, probably at this point. I am still in the Grove, which is one of the starting fucking areas of this game. I haven't even dealt with that yet because I've just been faffing about having fun with it.
I mean, that's kind of the point of games, though, is to just have fun. I don't blame you.
Especially with this game. This is for... Let me explain. This 20 hours isn't shit, even in this first area. This game is like... People have spent literally thousands of hours, multiple thousands of hours in this game, and still not seen everything in it.
You said you put 25 hours in the game?
I think so, something like that, probably.
You put 37 in the game.
Oh, Jesus.
Close to 38.
So I've put nearly 40 hours into it, and I'm still in the starting grove. Oh my god.
Does that include when you paused it to go take a bath?
I've not done that.
Take a bath, we know.
Fuck you.
Not even if you let me videotape it.
You wish.
No, God, no. I did pause it to eat, though, a couple times, and that does count that time. It also counts the time that I put into the game before I decided to play it with mods, which was probably like 3 or 4 hours. I much prefer the modded playthrough. It is so much more fun. It is fantastic, and I'm about to meet Karlach in the game, and I am so fucking excited because I absolutely adore her. Yeah, it has been really fun. It really sucks that it blocks the achievements. Like, I can understand some of the mods doing it, because there are some that are actually listed as like cheats, like my bag of holding is a cheat, or the cheater's ring that I have that allows me to only have critical successes on rolls, or gives me a plus 20 to all of my stats on every roll, or gets all my stats to 20. I can understand that blocking achievements, but like ones that are like, oh, here, now you can have this whole bunch of extra scale colors for your Dragonborn if you choose to make one, or oh, here's a mod that adds more hairstyles. I don't understand why those block achievements. And people on PC have stated, well, they don't know what does what. Except for on the Xbox, and I assume PlayStation, they manually have to go through every single mod and add them. They know exactly what's in all of these mods, so there's no reason for like the cosmetic ones to block achievements.
Drop it, bitch!
So I would like it if they were to go back and deal with that, because some of those are really cool. Like, there's a tattoo replacement pack that just looks so fucking awesome.
I know what else is cool?
Sure.
GoldenEye dropped some biddies. Javor's dropped some biddies. 100 biddies. And then Javor's also did the on-screen celebration with the blank emote.
Very nice.
That is still my favorite emote.
Bits and shooting blanks.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Is there a mod that changes all the voices in the game to Macho Man Randy Savage?
In the PC version, I believe there is a Macho Man Randy Savage mod for something. On the Xbox, there is not. There's also a Thomas the Tank Engine mod for something in the game. Again, only on PC. Those two are like the most beloved PC mod things ever. I don't understand it.
Nothing beats Skyrim, where the dragon is Thomas the Tank.
No, come on.
Or Macho
Skyrim
Man.
Dragons is Macho
too.
Man.
Both of them are amazing. But to see a train flying around in Skyrim is hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're having fun with this, Aki.
Yeah. This is not for your kids, by the way. There is full frontal nudity in this game.
Yeah, this earns its M rating.
Yeah, it's great.
We know you love it. It's $70. Tell us your thoughts.
Oh, fuck yes, go buy this. Go buy this right now. This is worth so much more than $70, to be honest. The amount of hours you're going to put into this.
There's a reason this has earned as many Game of the Year awards as it has.
Oh, I love this goddamn game. And I do plan on getting it on PC because I want more mods.
Nice.
I want so many more mods. Yeah, I'm just kind of sad that that I didn't get to play it when it first came out because everyone was so horny in the game. Romances. You would land in a romance with a character like just snapping your fingers easy, and it was a bug. And one of the patch notes for it was when they fixed that was made the characters less horny.
That's not a bug, it's a feature.
That's what I thought.
All right, well, we got to move on. Next game to talk about is Arrow 2, developed and published by Mad Fellows, released October 15th on Series X and S for $14.99. Trace ribbons of light to release energy in the music as you speed through stunning alien worlds, fly solo or team up with a friend, encounter strange enemies and giant boss creatures, unleash devastating missile barrages and heavy fire. Unleash devastating missile barrages and rain heavy cannon fire to the beat of the epic soundtrack from Monster Cat. I swear I can talk. Jacob, can you?
I mean, I can. The question is, can you read, Joe?
No, I can't. I can't read.
Well,
Joe's
maybe you should. Maybe you should have graduated in fifth grade.
Monster
Every intro that you hear on this show is AI just saying the intro because I can't read.
AI would do it better.
Yeah.
No, Joe's AI is powered by Speak and Spell.
Solve it. Level
Arrow
1.
2. Mad Fellows. Review.
Spell.
Our
abscess.
All right, Jacob, tell us about Arrow 2.
So, Arrow 2, believe it or not, is a sequel.
No.
It is. It's a sequel to Arrow, which came out a long time ago, pretty much almost like 10 years ago. And if you're not familiar with it, it is a music-based shooter where you're flying around in your little ship and you have to follow these tracks of, light, I guess. Like, it would be the best way to describe it. So you have to follow these tracks of light, and you have to keep your ship balanced on them, which will, like, if you're doing this, it helps improve the music that you're listening to. And if you don't, like, you're quickly going to start losing points, and your ship might even explode. And all the while, you're blowing up other enemy ships and occasionally dealing with bosses. And all of this is going on while you're cruising through all these different backgrounds. Like, it could be under the ocean, it could be in a cave system, it could be this like abandoned city kind of thing, it could be like over mountaintops. It's whatever. And
under the sea. Under the sea.
Anyway,
Arrow is better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
I'll show you where it's wetter.
Phrasing.
Hey, y'all.
Ooh la la.
Wow.
Anywho, so in this one, this game introduces multiplayer into it, which I wasn't sure how that was going to be because the first Arrow is very much a single player game. And on this one, you can either do couch co-op. You could do various kinds of co-op, but the other thing that you could do is there is competition modes too. And so if you want to, it could be you and a partner trying to see who scores more. It could just be the two of you working together, whatever. But the visuals in this, like, for this type of game, like, I usually think of like Avicii and Vector as like, this is the best anything could look. And this game completely blows it out of the friggin' water.
Have you played Thumper?
I'm not familiar with it, so I think the answer is no.
Out. You should check that one out if you enjoy the Arrow and Avicii.
Okay. Well, I'll check that out then. But yeah, so you're pretty much just cruising through all this stuff. You've got the Monster Cat soundtrack going, which the first game had some Monster Cat Monster Cat tracks on it. And one of the things I liked about that is that iTunes has like one of their compilation albums, and it's essentially the Arrow 2 or the original Arrow soundtrack, and you can nab it for $5. But this one is back. It's bigger. It's louder. Holy God, you need to slap this game on with a pair of headphones and just I'm not going to say you should get absolutely ripped while playing this. But
you did.
But it will definitely enhance your experience with this. So it ends up becoming almost like this Res meets Avicii and Vector kind of game, and it is like, it's just beautiful. Like, it is a sight to behold, and it's awesome to play. But yeah, going back to like the weapons and stuff like that was one of the issues I always had with the first Arrow, was just like dodging all the enemies and stuff that you had to constantly fight in all the levels. Who the hell opened up a can of soda?
Me.
Who you bitch. Anyway. So it's just, you're going through all these beautiful levels, and you're trying to destroy these enemies. And in this one, you have these missiles that you can lock on, very similar to Rez. However, you now also have this like gun, like this laser blaster, which can overheat. And so you have to be mindful of that. But if things get too dicey, that's when you bring in that laser gun thing. Thankfully, there is a chill mode to this game, so you're more likely to make it through a level than the other one, and the beams of light that you have to, I guess rails of light would be the best way to put it. The rails that you have to stay on, they're not as jagged, they're not like moving all over the place as much. It's really just there for the experience, and yeah, it's a lot of fun just to watch and play it. I will say that even on relaxed or chill mode, I forget what the heck it's actually called, it can honestly feel a little bit overwhelming with the weapons, but thankfully, like with that level, it's not so much important that you blow up all the enemies that are on the screen as it then becomes a dodging game while also staying on the rails. So that adds another factor of fun to it. The multiplayer can get really crazy. Like I got to play this with my wife, and she and like the two of us were just like taking down a boss together, and it just, that just enhances the visuals, but it also can make it kind of difficult and overwhelming as well, because you're trying to make sure that you focus on the correct ship. But yeah, the online multiplayer, I didn't ever find anybody on at the time, but I'm not surprised because it's launch week, so
yeah,
hopefully there's more people playing this. But Arrow is back, and holy crap, this game is fantastic.
Well, it's $15. Give us your verdict.
Absolutely. Like, it's totally worth it.
The one you were talking about, potential game of the year earlier?
Yes. Like,
there you go, Pernell. This is the one.
I fucking loved Arrow, and Arrow 2 is just like every single way it's just been improved.
Arrow 2, I'll be damned. So that's your game of the year.
Potential. It's a very heavy contender. I mean, we still got Ship Graveyard Simulator too,
Oh, not Ship Graveyard Simulator. Oh, mercy. I'll look this one up too.
All right.
But yeah, go off and buy this game, and I really hope that we get more like DLC for this, because yeah, get baked, throw on some headphones, play this game.
Dope. All right, next up is Spiral, developed and published by Folklore Games, released October 11th on Xbox One and Series X and S for $23.99. Spiral is a third-person narrative exploration game that shares a poetic vision of cognitive degeneration. Step into the shoes of Bernard as you help him and support him while braving his unraveling mind and reliving his most treasured moments. Bri and Aki, both of you covered this. Bri, how about you start us off? What is Spiral?
So it's a third-person narrative exploration game that follows an aged man named Bernard who's struggling with cognitive degeneration.
What did the intro miss?
No,
It's
we
really
start
slow.
off with,
That's what
we
it
start off
missed.
with Bernard on the train. He's told he needs to get off because it's the last stop, but he doesn't know where he is. And we find a dog named Elfie who helps show us the way a bit. And yes, you can pet the dog. And we start down a spiral of memories. We learn that he was an award-winning writer, and with each item we touch in the first room, a memory comes up. But then when we touch it, they fade away. Like, this is the last time we're going to remember it. It appears Bernard still lives in his childhood home. It's just much more dilapidated. It's got a pretty piano soundtrack. It's got some good voice acting. The game is split into 4 chapters for different stages of Bernard's life. In chapter 1, we step out into a garden and into the shoes of, like, young Bernard, remembering his life as a child. He's got a sister named Sophie. He's got his parents, and we do tasks. Like, we help mom in the garden, and we go fishing with dad. They're like little mini game tasks. So you have to go find the little watering can, and you have to water the plants until they flower, and then we find out, like, mom's favorite flower, and then we do the fishing thing with dad, and there's a whole big, it's a narrative game, and they have these little mini games that help you kind of focus in doing something. In chapter 2, it's in his teenage years where he loses his father, but he forges some lasting friendships. We relive those memories as we play all these different mini games, like making burgers and helping make shakes and apple pie at the diner. And then we get to play Creatures and Castles, or maybe it's Castles and Creatures. I forget which one is in which order, but they call it C&C, which was really cute because you end up being in the shoes of the teenage character, and the game master has created these little, like, cardboard dungeons, but we're walking through them like these 3D environments. It was really fun. There's some light puzzles in the CNC section, and even some turn-based RPG combat that is really cute. As the game goes on, we see further mental decline as Bernard starts forgetting more and more things. His memories become more muddled and confused with the details that we learn earlier in the game. Like, he starts having these arguments. So he's in his teenage years, and you hear the voice actor for the teenage Bernard, and then you hear the old age Bernard go, "Oh, that's not what happened." And so he's starting to get more and more confused, of his own memories, that, like, he's not even remembering them correctly, and he's kind of calling himself out. And the game deals really well with how memories are kept and triggered, like the sensory data involved with smell and sound, and it does a really good job of evoking those things and kind of illustrating these different ways that memories are happening. And so, they're vivid, and we're reliving them. Like I said, lots of different activities like fishing, furniture building. There was a stealth section. There's a journal with objectives to help you through the game, and it shows you the different characters so we can remember all the important people that Bernard is forgetting. The game is really cozy and charming with the sad undertone that we know Bernard is in decline. It's playful and endearing, but again, we know that he's losing all these memories. And there's collectibles that help you kind of navigate through some of the things. There's these different postcards that give you little memories. There's little collectible figurines that give you little memories. There's so many extra things to find in the play space. It's kind of a little playground area as well in each of the memory scenes. They even give you the family chocolate chip recipe chocolate chip cookie recipe. There's a secret trick to making them amazing. This is, just lots of details, lots of exploring. I will say this was ported from PC, and sometimes the keys for PC are showing instead of the buttons for the console. Sometimes it uses a cursor, which was really hard to see. I actually got stuck during a woodcutting minigame because of that. Whereas other times you needed to center the camera on a hotspot or press X to do actions. It was like all of a sudden I had to use a cursor. That was a little confusing. There were times where the pacing felt really slow or unnecessarily lengthened. But if you allow yourself to get immersed in the story's details, I think it was worth it in the end. We might need some tissues for this one in some places.
Yeah,
Aki?
bad one.
A little bit sad. Again, it's you're going through understanding with each step and all these happy memories that like this is the last time he's going to remember them, and you're just spiraling further and further and further down the staircase. Starting at a young age until he gets a little bit older, and you see some of these big aspects of his life, these big moments where people get sick, people die, and how he managed to deal with those. And these are all just things that he is going to forget. And he's going to persist, but he's not going to remember all these lovely memories and these people that affected his life so much. And that's just a really sad undertone.
Aki, what are your thoughts?
You move really, really, really fucking slow in this game.
There is actually a button there's a setting to make Bernard move faster.
Even with that, it is so ungodly slow.
All right, that's fair.
I didn't even play the game without that put on because no. I saw that and I was like, oh, this has to be on, is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, there's an achievement for like getting him to try and run as an old man. Yeah.
That was, I think, my very first achievement, actually.
Same for me.
Because I was just trying to be like, please, any way to get this old fart to move any faster, I beg you.
Yeah.
There is a run button, but it's only for young him. Mm-hmm. And that moves at a decent speed for once. But so often you're using other things or you're crawling around or whatever. It just moves so slow. It's so slow. Also, there's collectibles in these games, and if you miss one, well, time to replay the entire fucking game all over again to reobtain all of those. Because if you collect it, it isn't just marked off and permanently collected. There doesn't seem to be a level select. So,
Yeah, it could use a chapter select.
Yeah, that would make it great. So, yeah, be aware of that if you're going to get this and you care about achievements. There's 2 different types of collectibles, and if you miss a single one of them in any chapter, you're going to have to replay the entire game from the beginning and recollect them all over again. Have fun. Yeah, that sucked. So, yeah. Otherwise, graphically, it looked kind of interesting. I like the graphics of it. It's not super detailed, but it's fairly bright and vibrant.
Yeah, I would say the art style was very pleasant. You see a lot of the same locations over and over again, and there's just, it's kind of got a cartoony vibe to it, but it's just I don't know, and I like how they visually represent these like islands of memories. And how they sometimes appear, they were fuzzy to begin with, and then they appear, and they do some good visual work with that. So that was really well done.
Well, this one clocks in at $24. What did the two of you think of it?
Meh. I could take it or leave it. I guess this is a try it game for me.
I could give it a buy it.
Any other thoughts?
Like I said, have a tissue handy just in case.
Sounds good. All right, moving on. The next game is The Unexpected Quest, developed by Rionix, published by OverGamez, released September 27th on Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5 for $14.99. An adventure game with strategy and management elements in a medieval fantasy setting. Embark on quests, hunt down treasures, and manage your resources as you build, battle, cast magic, and brew potions to bring order to a world on the brink of disaster. Jacob, what is the unexpected quest?
So the unexpected quest is a really interesting game, and I'm glad that I was like, yeah, all right, whatever, I'll review it. This game, the best way to put it for like the way I was looking at it is that this is a cozy RTS. Like okay. you have to go in, collect different materials, food, minerals, all that kind of stuff, wood. You have to build up various buildings. And you have to create new oh gosh, what do they call it? Like you have to create soldiers and archers and mages and all that kind of stuff, but and you have to have various buildings, which are the requirements that you can build these different classes. Thank you, Jacob, for reminding me what the heck that word was. Yeah, and it's just like you're given a map. There's at least when I was playing it, there wasn't like really that much of like a fog of war or anything like that. Like you're able to like see like the layout of everything. And if you try to go anywhere near like something that's bad, near characters like with the dwarf characters who are your main guys, like they'll just run away and like the guy will chase them for a little bit, but like you don't get hurt. I mean, you can lose people of your party, like the people that you hire on, but they're not detrimental to the story. And so, you know, you can have all these like little mini battles, have your swordsman go up against orcs or whatever, and then heal them. And it's just, you keep going through it. And it is the most relaxing RTS like game I've ever played, which I love the idea of those games, but I am absolute shit at like the like that kind of management. And the game makes it so you really can't fail. It's just you might take a bit longer to finish the level, which I do appreciate. It's a very chill game. You know, if you're into like that kind of genre, then this is pretty cool. Like if you're not into RTSs, this is one I'd actually recommend checking out. I mean, it's no StarCraft, it's not Command and Conquer. It's just,
it's not trying to be those though, is it?
No, absolutely not. It's just like, all right, here's some dwarves who are having fun. You know, watch what hijinks they get up to as like they're trying to save the world. You know, there are like little side quests that kind of reminded me of the stuff that you do in Torchlight, like the first one. But yeah, and like of course that stuff's optional. If you do it, it's going to help you out. If you don't, whatever. And then you just move on to the next part of the story. It's a lot of fun.
Well, it's $15. What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. Like, this is totally worth it, and I'm glad like this came to Xbox because it needs more of these kind of games.
Cool. Any other thoughts on the game?
I mean, like it's pretty much as I said. Like it's like I don't want to say like baby's first RTS, but yeah. You know, I mean it's an excellent stepping stone for those who like don't really want to wade into the genre, but they like the idea of it. And it's a lot of fun. And it's a good, relaxing game.
Cool. Sounds good. Moving on. Next game is MechWarrior 5 Clans, developed and published by Piranha Games. Released October 17th on Series X and S, PS5, and PC for $49.99. MechWarrior 5 Clans follows a star of clan smoked Jaguar warriors during Operation Revival, a full-scale invasion of the Inner Sphere. Armed with an arsenal of cutting-edge battle mechs, meticulously designed maps and missions deliver immersive, intricate tactical gameplay and combat experiences. Aki, tell us about your time playing MechWarrior 5 Clans. I know you talked about it a couple weeks ago. This is our final thoughts on it. So how has it changed, or how's your opinion morphed over the past few weeks?
I still think it is. It's not a super hard game. It starts off kind of hard at first, but it gets a lot easier as you get further into it because you unlock better mechs as well as better weapons. It still doesn't really explain how ammunition works and the like, so you don't know what weapons have infinite ammo, basically, and which ones don't, which kind of sucks. And it is still hard to get money, because, if your mech gets damaged, well, you have to spend money to fix it. If you want to upgrade, well, you gotta spend money to upgrade, and you don't get any from going back through prior missions, because you can go back and play all your prior played missions, but the only thing you can do is get some upgrade points from it and get progress towards achievements for destroy X amount of this type of suit, or destroy X amount of suits with this type of other suit, things like that you can work towards. But otherwise, you're not getting any money out of it, because it's basically a training sim at that point, which kind of sucks, because you can kind of get shit out of luck and spend a lot of money on things that ended up not being super useful for your playstyle, or fixing up mechs if you're really god awful at this game. Which at the beginning you probably will be, as you try to figure out what you're doing with this thing. So it makes it kind of hard to, faff about and see what things do, really. I guess that's what the training's for, but if you don't have the money for the parts, you can't just add whatever part you want in the training sims either. So it's you can only use what you've already spent your hard-earned money on. And it's not easy to get enough money, especially at the beginning. It is so hard to get money to do anything. So if you start falling behind, you're going to stay behind, and the game's going to be extremely unfair towards you. And you probably aren't going to beat it. If you're doing good at the beginning, you're probably not going to have a lot of trouble with this as the game continues. Which kind of sucks. I prefer, the game is has some training wheels at first, then get it moderately hard, but then you kind of coast. After you get X high enough, even if you're not good at it, you should still be able to coast. But this game, you can't. You're either good at it or you die. So
it's interesting because what you're describing actually reminds me pretty vividly of what the MechWarrior 2 experience was like on PC in the 90s, where the same type of dynamic where it was really difficult to earn money at first, and then the thing with repairs and everything was an absolute pain in the butt. And you're right. The better you got at the game, the easier those types of things actually were. But what I'm curious about, something you mentioned earlier into it, is there really are only three types of weaponry. Did the game not really do a good job of explaining that?
It did a terrible job of explaining the weaponry in this game, because some of them seem to have infinite ammo. And
right, those would be like the energy weapons.
Some of the energy weapons have infinite ammo. Some of them, not all of them.
It's just fascinating to me that the elements of the game have been pretty consistent decade over decade over decade. And the other thing that seems to be consistent, I haven't played the new one. I only have memories of number 2, but it seems the other thing that's pretty consistent about it was that there isn't a lot of hand-holding.
No, not at all. These games, this entire series is very much for if you're really, and I mean really, really into mech games, this is going to be your game. If you're like, oh, mech games are cool, they're fun, whatever, this isn't your game. This is kind of like if you played a tank game where you were playing somebody who was inside the tank and you had to move around and do everything in the fucking tank, like push all the buttons for the aiming thing, moving everything to move the tractor, moving everything separately from the inside. That's basically what the level that you're looking at. If you were so into tanks, that's the kind of game you would want for a tank game. That's what this is for mech people. You have to really understand what you're doing, or you're just not gonna have a particularly good time.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, these games are made to be hard games. If you know what you're doing, it's a lot easier, but they're still, a kick to the crotch difficulty. If you don't immediately pick all of this up, you're going to turn it off. You're not having any fun. And I get mechs, and this game was hard for me. I wasn't constantly running out of money to, because of healing or anything, but I didn't understand the weapons very well. And there's a fuck ton of them. And all of them have their own ammunition and shit too. And I did not do well because I just didn't understand what any of them did. On top of that, you have the ability to fire like 5 or 6 different weapons, and I didn't understand how to do that. Because there's one button to fire one weapon, one button to fire another weapon. How do I fire the other 3? And the game didn't explain that very well. I also couldn't understand what weapons were attached where either, which made it more difficult. Like, it tells you, these are here, but they don't really explain what they do or what buttons they're attached to. So it's very hard to recommend this game. If you're really into the MechWarrior series, this is a no-brainer. Go get it. Everyone else, find
a demo.
Yeah, you can try the demo. If it makes you want to blow your brains out, you can, play a different game too. That's what I would.
Good way to find out. But then after you blow out your brains, you have to clean up the mess. And that sounds an awful lot like work. I've got this allergy.
Yeah. And so, if you're really into MechWarrior, easily suggest this game. Everyone else, I would probably suggest playing a different mech game, honestly, because unless you're super, super into mechs, I don't think this is going to be a game for most people. It's a bit too difficult.
Well, it clocks in at $50. Your official verdict?
Officially, I think this is only really for people who are into the MechWarrior series. Everyone else need not apply. You're gonna hate it.
It's on Game Pass. What do you think of that? Should people give it a go?
Try it on Game Pass, and when you decide you hate it, go buy ST Gundam Battle Alliance instead.
Sounds good. Next game, My Big Sister Remastered, developed by Stranga Games, published by Ratalaika Games, released October 11th. Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5 for $7.99. Meet Luzia, a sarcastic 12-year-old with a playful sense of humor. If you believe what she says, My Big Sister is a top-down adventure game about 2 sisters trying to break a curse imposed upon Sombria. My Big Sister is a continuation of Ashina the Red Witch, showcase a lot of references between the 2 games. This is a new remaster. Bri, tell us what's going on in My Big Sister Remastered. Bri?
I think you might be muted.
There we go.
There you are.
It's back on. I unmuted and it did not unmute.
Yay.
Sorry about that. The first thing to mention is this game contains scenes of suicide, gore, partial nudity, and adult themes beyond its teen rating. It has
does it push the T rating?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know that it deserves a mature, but maybe there needs to be something in between.
I've been saying that for years. We need something between teen and mature.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is part of a series of games by Stranga that have connected characters, including Just Ignore Them, Red Bow, and most importantly, the prequel story, Ashina the Red Witch. I love this series, and I was really excited to see the remaster for the first game, My Big Sister. This is a pixel adventure story about 2 sisters, and it's as sweet as it is spooky. I've spoken with the devs before and confirmed some of the inspirations for the game include Studio Ghibli's Spirited Away, and there's also a nod to Totoro in one scene, which is really cute. Luzia keeps having the same dream about being lost in the city near a noodle house, and her big sister Sombria is a ghost, and she talks to her sister about the dream before being scolded to go to bed, and then Sombria gets abducted, and so does the curious Luzia, and we find ourselves next in the therapist's office, and she's been diagnosed with a rare mental illness born of trauma over losing her sister, and now it's hard to know what's really real and what's a dream after a fashion. But Sami isn't really a ghost. She's more like a demon because of this curse that we learn about. She's a yokai. And we have a limited time to break the curse and escape from the spirit world, but who's really telling the truth? The witch that cast the curse, or the old noodle lady who's helping us escape the spirit world? We don't know. We don't really know till the end. What to expect with the remaster? There's improved art. It's all built from the ground up. I love the improved character art. The whole world is really closer in style to Ashina the Red Witch. The soundtrack is great. It was really nice to return to this after Ashina the Red Witch and see the extra dialogue and familiar scenes and characters. There's more dialogue that connects the other characters like Cousin Mark from Just Ignore Them and Ro from Red Bow. Seems like the whole family has connections to the spirit world. And there are some changes to some of the scenes. There's like a monster loose in one area that previously was just in a small area. Now it's over the whole area, making the game section harder and more spooky. There's a scene in the woods with some added drama. It's the mushroom scene. Very cool. Extra drama. Some voice acting in there that was really cool. There are some spelling or grammar issues that I think they kept out of preservation, like the draw instead of a drawer. Not game-breaking stuff, but it's kind of like, okay, it's a remaster. Why didn't you fix it?
Maybe it's just a wink and a nod.
Yeah.
Or an oversight.
There is a chapter select after you've beaten the game once, which is really nice. And there are also more save spots available for you to juggle because there are like about 4 or 5 different endings. But yeah, it's some good pixel horror just in time for Halloween. The story felt a little more cohesive this time, which could be some of the added dialogue, or it could be the knowledge of the rest of the connected stories I played. But I really enjoyed going back to my big sister and seeing all the new stuff, like I said, about the connected universe in all these other games. So yeah.
Well, let's talk price. It's $8. Is it worth it?
Absolutely. If you like any of the Stranga games, this is kind of like the original one, and it's just made better. So I would say buy it.
Cool. And if you pick it up in the next week, it's $6.39, so you can save 20%.
Sweet.
So do it. Next game, Egg Boy, developed and published by China Yousoi, released September 27th on Xbox One, Series X and S for $16.99. Egg Boy is a casual shooting parkour game full of challenges. You'll fight rabbits, and the rabbits' weapons are distinctive carrots. Simple operation, extremely easy to use. Move freely on the field, rush to the finish line. Be careful where you step, don't fall, otherwise you will be in danger. Jacob, what the hell's Egg Boy?
Good question.
All right, it's $17. What's your verdict? No.
No. So Egg Boy is very much inspired by Fall Guys, and you are playing this guy who has the ability to like shoot these like little laser blasts at these rabbits that are they're shooting back at you for whatever reason. Like there's no story that's in this game. It's really you just have to get from point A to point B, and while the levels are expansive, you're really only supposed to be able to go one way, and the game will actually punish you for exploring by hiding enemies in like random spots. And the colors and the level design, it's very Fall Guys-esque. And ideally the whole shooting thing, like this should have been pretty cool, but there's various obstacles that you have to avoid. And it's very hard to avoid them when you're moving around in a 3D environment and you cannot look up or down. I'm dead serious. You cannot look up or down. And so part of it ends up becoming this like guessing game as to where, like, are you going to make it? Maybe not. Hopefully you timed everything out okay. And if you get killed or whatever, you end up starting at the back of the level. And this will also happen if you fall in an area that you weren't supposed to, despite the fact that there's no real discernible reason why you shouldn't be able to exist in a certain spot. The game will just like blip, back to the beginning for you. And it's just not fun. Like this feels like a quick $5 mobile game grab that I would expect to see on like, you know, my kids begging to like download on their iPad and then fill up their iPad with like spyware and ads and stuff like that. Like this is what I'd expect, and it just no, absolutely not.
That's a bummer because it looked pretty unique.
Colorful.
I hate using the word, but the colorful design, it caught my eye. It looked like it could be interesting and fun. The lack of vertical and camera control is just weird.
It's honestly like I don't get it. Like, like, I mean, sure, you could be like, yeah, it adds a level of challenge to it. I mean, so does playing it with a blindfold, and that's might as well be what you're doing. Simply put, the game is just not fun.
Well, I gotta ask, it's 17. Your thoughts?
Absolutely not. No, not even if it's on sale.
That's a bummer.
Like, I mean, if they fixed being able to like look up and down and all over in a 3D game, maybe it would be worth it if like you're an achievement completionist and stuff like that. But
what else would they have to do to improve it to be buyable and playable in your eyes?
Honestly, a tutorial might be nice for the uninitiated. And also just like a better explanation as to like what the heck is happening. Like you have like, honestly, you have these 2 meters, one for life, and I think the other one is supposed to be for your gun, and both of them will just seemingly randomly deplete as you go through the levels, and it's just there's no explanation as for what they are, and it just ends up being a not fun game.
Damn. All right. Well, we got to move on. Next game is Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. Developed and published by Mooncube Games. Released April 8th on Steam for $11.99, but just recently got a Halloween update. Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions is a gamified focus tool set to a soothing lo-fi soundtrack. Discover and collect spirits. Customize your cozy virtual space. Facilitate your real-life tasks with a collection of handy features designed to improve concentration and ease stress. Aki and Bri, both of you played this. Who wants to start?
I will.
Go for it.
Okay, in this, you get to create your own character and dress them up in a few outfits, and then you get to sit around and mess about for a good long while. This is less of a game and more of an experience and a tool to help you focus on what you need to do throughout the day. Basically, your character sits in a room that you can modify a lot of parts of, and an outfit that you get to modify with a pet that you get to modify and find more of. And basically, that's it. That is the majority of the game right there. You get to choose different actions to do throughout the room. And most of them are like, oh, I'm going to sit here and read. Oh, I'm going to sit over there and read. Oh, I'm going to meditate. Oh, I'm going to play video games in this area or that area or this other area, so on and so forth. Nothing particularly amazing. But as you level up in the game, which happens, you get, I believe it's 1 experience every minute. You also get 1 coin every minute, and you use those coins to buy decor and outfits and stuff. Every time you finish leveling up, you get a hint on how to collect the next spirit that you can obtain as a pet. Once you've hit level 21, you've hopefully caught them all. The newest update adds some Halloween decor, some Halloween outfits, as well as a brand new pet, which is a cute little bat. And at level 20, you get its information and can collect it. There isn't any gameplay, really. You can create task lists to mark things off. You can have a little timer that goes up to 90 minutes with a 60-minute break. So you can time things. It does make a little noise when it flips from the time you've played over to the time you're supposed to be taking a break, and when you're going from a break back to doing whatever it is you're supposed to do. You can also write down things you do every day as a checklist as well that aren't tasks, just things you usually do. Yeah, habits, that's the word. And you can also have a little journal in the game. And that's it. You get daily things that you have to do, and it's the same thing every day. There's 3 of them. They give you 100 experience and coins each for a total of 300 a day. And yeah, they amount to put 1 minute on the timer with a 1 minute break, so you can quickly get that. Make some bullshit check that you can check and then check off to get another one. And I don't remember what the last one is, actually. It might just be for logging in, for all I know. I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And yeah, if you want to know what level you have to get everything in the game, it's around 110 or 130. So once you hit about level 50-something, it takes most, if not all, of a day to level up once. So have fun. Oh, and you get to pay your
thoughts.
This worked great with headphones for me, writing reviews. I enjoyed the lo-fi beats, especially the new Halloween one.
Oh, it was so amazing.
Yeah. It was also decent for gaming at the same time. I was just, preparing for this trip. So it was a really nice gamification of like my to-do list and constantly keeping it updated. I really enjoyed figuring out all the little things to get the spirits. You can when you get the spirits, they have different skins that you can put on them. So there's like Lenny the cat or Lemmy the cat. I don't know. I think it's Lenny.
I think it's Lenny.
And you can get different skins. So I actually had one that looked like Teak, and that was really nice. So and it's really cute. They do little animations. So like when you're sitting playing video games, you can be playing on the computer or you can be playing on your handheld, and then the cat gets a handheld too, or whatever spirit you have. And it's super cute because it just reminded me of like Teak having her own phone watching Twitch. So yeah, it was just, if you're meditating, the spirit meditates with you. If you're sitting by the fire, they curl up with you. It's just, like a cute little companion thing that you can pay attention to or not. But yeah.
And you can pet them. All of them.
Oh, that's right. You can totally pet them. But yeah, to like unlock some of the spirits, you have to do things like turn up the sliders for the sound of wind, and they have all these different sounds, so you have soothing noises. Some people want like white noise, some people really like the thunder, but for your own sense of relaxation or your sense of focus, they have these sliders that they it's not just you turn it up and it's full. You can actually mix sounds together this way. It was just a really soothing way to look at my task list.
Yeah, the great thing about all of those noises as well is that they actually have slide bars. It's not just it's on or it's off.
Yeah,
you can change the level
a lot. Yeah.
I had like 4 or 5 of them on at the same time at all times.
Yeah, I like the night spirits or the night noise, the night forest, whatever it was, and then I like the cozy fireplace and even like a little bit of the wind and some of the rain. Oh, and it also affects the visuals too. Like when you have the rain sound on, you can also affect the visual, and there's actually a button you can press that turns off the visual. So if you like to listen to the rain and thunder, but you don't want to see the flashing lightning, you can turn off the visual effect so that doesn't distract you. So that was cool. Yeah, I really
And
enjoyed this.
there's an axolotl with a candle on its head.
Waxolotl, yes.
Oh, it's so fucking cute.
It's cute.
Once I got that, that's been my main pet this entire time since then. I fucking love it.
Yeah, all the spooky Halloween stuff to play with was really good. It is mouse and keyboard only, which it makes sense for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is one irritation to the game for me.
Okay.
I guess it's two, but they both tie in together. There are a lot of different playlists of lo-fi songs.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you start the game, it just goes to whatever the newest one is. It doesn't save where you are, which is irritating as shit. Also, you can't make a custom playlist. Like, I understand not being able to bring in music from not in the game. Totally understand that. But at least let me grab the songs from the different playlists I like and make my own playlist.
It might be a licensing thing. Licensing is so fucking hard with music. So that could be an issue there, that they're not allowed to make custom. I know when we talked to Harmonix in the early days with Rock Band, they said licensing and getting permission to do stuff is the hardest part of making any kind of game with rhythm. The licensing. So
licensing is the hardest part of anything having to do with anything where music is concerned. Talk to any VGM band that has actually licensed the songs that they get onto albums, and it's a process and it's expensive, and that's just for like cover songs. Imagine use of a musical piece of property in something that's going to earn money. The licensing is a nightmare.
It's just a shame because like there are songs and they have like 6 different playlists on this, and there's songs that I like from all of them that I'm like, I would just like just to listen to just those and not the rest of these songs on any of these. And you can't be like, I don't want to hear this, don't play it, don't want to hear this, don't play it. No, you're listening to all of them, deal with it. And it's like, I don't want to listen to all of those though. I want to listen to like these 3. And that's it. Thankfully, the Halloween one is absolutely baller. I love it. And it's all created, I believe, by the same person. Odom something, I don't remember.
I don't remember now either.
And like every single song on that entire track is made by that individual. And they have tracks on other ones. And I generally like everything they've made. So it's like, I just want a playlist of just their music and none of the other people's music. Because they're really good. And I can't do it, and it sucks so bad. Because I know next season they update. It's not going to be the Halloween music anymore. Won't be the first one I go into immediately upon starting the game, and that just is just a little quality of life irritation. I would much prefer if it remembered what playlist I was in and just kept it there, because I'm going to want to listen to that Halloween one. I love it.
Well, this baby clocks in at $12. What are your thoughts?
Oh, 100% yes.
Yeah, buy it.
I still sometimes flip that on and play it while I'm playing video games.
Oh, I downloaded it to my laptop, and I plan to use it this next couple weeks. So yeah.
Nice.
And I've already 100%ed the game. So
are you excited for a Christmas playlist of sleigh bells everywhere?
No.
No.
I want a pet. I want a decor. I want outfits. I don't want that music.
They need to do what we do with Christmas music and just take regular songs and add sleigh bells.
Damn right.
You gonna do a new one this year, George?
It's been a while. I should probably do one. Hey, you remember that song that you played of mine that was 18 minutes long?
Oh, gee.
I don't. I kind of want to hear that now.
The really proggy one?
All with sleigh bells? Oh,
with
Jesus.
sleigh bells.
And you're the freak who will do it live.
I will.
You'll press play.
Jesus.
You'll hold sleigh bells in your hand, jingle bells, right next to a mic. You'll put headphones on. You'll hit play, and then just jingle along to the whole fucking song.
I did every time. Yeah. And then I usually did something obscene with the jingle bells at the end of it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It is.
Do it right or don't.
Yeah.
I was going somewhere with that and I lost it.
All right, moving on. Next game is Beyond Border, developed by Dudiki Studios, published by AFIL Games, released October 16th on Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC for $4.99. Help Aki the alligator find his way home in Beyond Border. Navigate through 4 challenging stages from the mysterious forest to the spooky cemetery. Each stage brings new enemies and obstacles such as sticky slimes and giant spiders that will test your survival skills. Jacob, what's going on in Beyond Border?
So Beyond Border it's another one of AFIL Games Survivor ones, and unfortunately I wasn't as much of a fan of this one.
No?
No, I found it more frustrating than anything. And so what it is that, I mean, it's standard Survivor stuff, and you're given a gun with X amount of bullets. So your ammo is not infinite, and you have to go around, open up these boxes, kill enemies to like get more ammo and stuff. And at the end of each round, you can decide where you're going to build a single like tower. Like, I mean, not really tower, but like turret. It's just turret. Thank you. And they could be different things. Like it could be a mortar. It could be a chemical one or a nuclear one. Or it could just be a machine gun. It could be like a sniper rifle where it's really accurate.
It could be a random one that just fucking fires everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that, and like I like the amount of options that you get with it. But the thing is that this game, because of these little turrets that you have to be surrounded by, it puts you in a very small arena, and it ends up becoming very overwhelming as like you're not able to actually see where, like, what is the crap that you're firing that is safe versus what the enemies are firing. And on top of it, like the graphics, like some of these arenas, like you'll have like a tree or like a huge rock that theoretically you're hiding behind, but the game never really, like, it can't ever really figure out what, like, are you just hiding behind the rock? Can they shoot through the rock? And so you're disappearing or hiding behind something thinking like, oh, okay, cool. I can like stop here for a minute. And the game will just suddenly be like, no, you're losing health. Like, why? Like, it doesn't look like anybody's firing at me. I can't tell. And so it just ends up becoming more confusing than what it feels like it's worth in terms of gameplay. And then on top of it, at the end of each arena, like, because you have to go through so many rounds, you're allowed to go into the shop to purchase a new gun. And the game doesn't really tell you, like, how, I mean, it gives some basic stats, but it really doesn't give you a chance to like figure out what you're looking at. And it is so damn hard, or not so damn hard, it is so damn easy to actually just hit the A button and end up purchasing a gun that you weren't planning on it because you're like the game thinks that you are standing too close to the other gun, despite the fact that one of them is highlighted. And so it makes you buy the other gun, and then you're like, oh shit, this isn't what I wanted. And you try to swap it out, and there's no way to resell it. There's no way to like bring it with you. It's just you get one gun and, you know, go screw yourself. Like,
drop the one gun and pick up the other.
Yeah, but then you have to pay for that one too. And then there's like, it's not like you're able to. I don't know
how you bought the wrong gun because the 3 stands are far apart.
I literally just told you.
And I still don't get how you did it. I didn't have any of those issues.
Stupidity.
No, it's not stupidity. Like, fuck you, Aki. This is not stupidity. No, I'm not fucking laughing at this. Like, this was fucking annoying. Like, I was honestly disappointed with this game, and it's just.
See, I like this one. I didn't have an issue with it. I didn't shoot much. I just played it as a defense game. I would let the towers handle all the work. When I did finally buy a gun, I just waited until I saw the most expensive one in the store. I bought that one and then didn't change. I didn't want to try different guns. I just wanted the best gun I could find, let the turrets do the work, and pick up the coins.
I tried doing that multiple times, and it's just, yeah. Like, I tried, like, letting the turrets do the work, like, making it kind of like a dodging kind of thing, and it's just, nah, I just wasn't having fun with it.
I know. I enjoyed this one. I got my 1K on it. I thought it was fun. It was quick. It was an enjoyable little romp. I think for $5 it's worth picking up. I had fun with it.
I'd give it a try at best. Like, AFIL's released plenty of, like, decent survivor genre games. In my opinion, this isn't one of them.
Well, this isn't a survivor. It's more of a tower defense. Defense. It's definitely not a survivors because it's arena based. Survivors
That's fair, I guess.
Are just open area, and enemies just keep coming. Not like this. All the enemies appear, and you got to just take them out.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, they come by in waves. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is more tower defense than survivors, but I just, as I said, like, I mean, I still stand by my issues with the game, especially in the item shop. Like,
I don't know. Yeah. Just save up for the most expensive gun, the one that gives you the achievement, and then that's all you got to worry about.
Yeah.
And then with the turrets, just don't buy the most expensive one. Pay attention to what they are.
Oh, no, I know.
Because, like, the arrow ones suck. Some of them are just, like, I went machine guns as much as I could. Because the
nuclear ones were pretty good, too.
Oh, yeah. Later on, the crystal ones were amazing. That's the one for the most expensive turret achievement. So, but yeah, officially $5. I give it a fuck it. Why not? I think it's worth buying, and it's cheap enough. So fuck it, pick it up, have fun.
I'd give it a try at best.
All right, next up, Cats and Seek Osaka, developed by Noobzilla, published by Silesia Games, released October 9th on Xbox One, Series X and S. For a jaw-dropping, expensive $2.99, a hidden object game with plenty of meowing loaves of joy to discover. Look around, up, down, left, right, because you'll never know where you might find a friendly cat face. I can find 14 of them in my house. Bri, how many can you find?
I have no cats right now.
None.
It's depressing. Yeah, I know.
Aww.
My mom doesn't have any cats yet.
I'd riot.
I know. But thankfully, I have cute find the cat games to keep me entertained and make me miss all the cats, and I can hear all the meows. So that's good. But yeah, this is actually a series of them on Steam, the Cats and Seek. The line art is simplistic and cute. There are no hidden cats hidden behind things. It's just in the scene itself. Sometimes they're hanging on or in things. Sometimes it's just a head. Sometimes just a tail, which is, always cute. Just finding cat butt on the screen. And all the cute with lots of different meows when you find them. You have the ability to change colors in the scene. You have one of those RGB sliders, so you can really have all the color shade options you would need. You can change the background color, the line color, and then the color the cats turn when you find them. So I had a purple background with black lines and red cats, which is ideal for me. Maybe not for you, but what's wrong with you? I don't know. There's a really generous zoom to help you find all the kitties. There are 3 levels with around 100 cats each and 2 different modes. There's normal mode where you get unlimited hints on a timer, and then speed mode where you get no hints and you try and beat a specific time for an achievement. When you complete the level, you get fireworks.
Yay.
I love fireworks. It always makes me feel good when I win and I get fireworks. Can't beat it. It's great. I was not as fond of the timed modes, especially that 3rd level. I had a rough time trying to find all the cats, but I still love finding all of the cats.
Nice. Well, this one's $3. I know it's a wallet breaker. What are your thoughts on it?
Easy buy it.
Even at that price? Wow.
Even at that price.
Did you say walnut breaker?
No.
Yes.
Pretty sure I heard walnut breaker.
Yeah, close enough. Any other final thoughts on Cats and Seek?
Yay, hidden cat game.
Yay. All right, well, moving on. We got 2 more games to talk about. They're going to be kids games, so I am going to take this opportunity to let everyone else but Jacob get going, and I'm using this as my excuse to stop the recording and restart it tomorrow with Jacob, because it's fucking midnight and I want to wrap this up tonight. So,
That's fine.
Norg, give us your final words before we let you go.
I've got balls of socks.
Sounds comfortable. Aki, final words.
Goodbye, fuck nuggets. See you later.
Perfect segue into the kids stuff. Horror Acolyte, give us some final words.
He muted himself.
Oh, so profound.
Yeah, I don't think I have. Congrats on the 1,000 episodes. That's I'm glad to be kind of a part of it near the end here. Hopefully for more episodes in the future.
Indeed. Bri, final words.
Life is short. Smile while you still have teeth.
Why not bite people while we still have teeth? That sounds more fun.
Yeah, but it's not very tasty.
I mean, I don't have teeth. I have dentures. I could still
need more salt.
All right, we're going to
but
Kids
then you
Corner.
Can just gum it. Oh.
Yeah. We're going to Kids Corner. George, take it away.
Kids Corner! With Jacob and friends!
That's right, it's Kids Corner, and it is time to talk about some Outright Games titles. You ready for these, Jacob?
I am.
Let's kick things off with Transformers Galactic Trials, developed by
Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Keep going.
Transform. Oh, dang it. I thought you were about to,
finish the song.
Robots in disguise.
Published by Outright Games, released October 11th on Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC for $39.99. Rollout for an intense fusion of arcade racing and combat in the Transformers Galactic Trials. Evil Nemesis Prime has stolen the Prime relics, bestow incredible powers on whoever possesses them. Now the Autobots and Decepticons are in an explosive race to recover the relics. The future of Cybertron is in your hands. Jacob, tell us what's going on in Transformers Galactic Trials.
So Galactic Trials is an interesting title, and one of the things I do appreciate with what Outright has done so far with the Transformers license is that, we've gotten different genres, some of them a little unexpected. Like we had that turn-based one a couple of years ago, and the Earthspark, which is a standard adventure one, but this one is a racing game, and
was not what I was expecting at all.
Yeah, and I'm real curious as to how this came about. Was there some weird loophole where it was your choices are dating simulator or racing, those are or racing game, those are the only two options left. I don't know how it came about, but yeah, so you can play as, I think there's 10 different Transformers in the game, 5 Decepticons, 5 Autobots, and you start off with Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Megatron, and Soundwave, which I was just heck yeah, because Soundwave's my favorite. It's you enter in these galactic trials, which are you're supposed to be recovering these artifacts, I believe the story is, but it's really just you're racing around all these different locations and you're blasting other Transformers. But what it is that you start off in vehicle mode, and then there are these points that you can't really prevent yourself from going into, but then you have to transform back into robot mode, and you have to blast away all of the bad bots or and traps. So usually it's just laser stuff, and you have to get to the exit so then you can go back into vehicle mode. And what's kind of neat about this is that there's these little shortcuts throughout that you can take if you want, but of course, the shortcuts are fraught with peril, and usually, usually it's one-hit kills. And
I just appreciate the line "fraught with peril."
Hey, I mean, it's Kids Corner. I'm introducing new words for all the kids. We're entertaining and educational. So
we introduce a plethora of words.
Oh, Farfignugan.
Oh.
Okay.
You'll summon Aki. Don't do it.
Schweppervescence.
Okay, that one.
I mean, all right.
Anyway,
there we go. So, but yeah, and then after you've completed, like, because you have to like either blast all the bots or you have to blast like all the remote cannons, that will open up the exits, then you can continue on the race. And while you're doing this, you can bash up against the other Autobots and Decepticons that you're racing against, and hopefully you'll place in the top 3. I'm not gonna lie, like I was really hoping. I didn't expect Optimus Prime to be like the quickest one out there, but Lord, I mean, like he moves like a tank, like. And some of these courses, it is an absolute bear to get some of the bigger ones, and I guess that like does provide an advantage. But oh man, like early on, it's like I could see this being frustrating for some kids because you pick it up, you assume it's a kid's game, and it's just like, nope, guess what? You lost your first race. But try again.
I agree with you. I think this game is surprisingly difficult for what I feel is marketed more towards kids. I don't want to say children, because this doesn't seem like something that would go to like a 4 or 5 year old kid. Like this seems like an 8 to 10 year old game.
Yeah.
And it seems like it might be just a bit too difficult because you start on rookie difficulty and there's 2 harder ones. And yes, there are achievements tied to difficulty, which
but bummer. But the thing is, though, is that you need to level up your Transformers, and by doing so, even if you lose, like you are last place in a race, even if you're last place, you can still get experience points, which helps level you up. And it could be. You could get stuff that's related to speed, your health, like how much destruction you can cause. And then you can also get these like little, bonuses, like I guess bonuses. I wanted to call them like totems, but like I know that's not right, like the right word. But like these bonuses that you can use, and it's like, if you have 50% or less health, you will go at 25% more speed, or you'll cause more damage, if you're in the air. And so like you have these like little bonus abilities that you can tack on as you race. And I thought like it's an interesting concept. Yeah, it is hard. And I'm not going to lie, like some of these levels, I'm just like, did you play with all the characters like before you ship this out? Like Optimus Prime and Megatron, like trying to get through some of like the areas, because they do really like some of these turns are intense. And it's just like, I don't know how you expected all of us to go through without bashing the walls, unless literally that is the point. One of the things that I did notice, though, is that if you like let up off the gas, but not necessarily brake, that can help too. Like just normal slowing down, which is not exactly the most exciting thing. Yeah. Drifting can help, but I found drifting to be a little hard to do because, I got my sausage fingers.
I didn't like the drifting mechanic in this game because I'm used to when you're drifting.
We're used to literally every racing game ever.
I'm used to counter steering.
Yeah.
Where you're holding
Forza.
right to drift one way and then left to like slow down the drift. But in this game, it's like, oh no, you're just going to turn left instead. I've run into so many walls just drifting the wrong way. And I'm trying to counter steer.
Well, the thing is that I think that this might be something that is an issue with outright games, though, because Matchbox Driving Adventures did this too. So like this might be like a mandate from up on high where it's just like, hey, we think kids will be able to drift better if it's a button and not, the mechanics that literally every other racing game out there uses. Because that was also one of the things I found frustrating about Matchbox too. So it might be like they just figure, oh, this is easier for kids. Meanwhile, the adults, we end up with cramped fingers. So
any other thoughts on this one that you want to talk about?
Level design is level design is beautiful in this game.
Yeah, 3D Clouds is usually really good with visuals. They have a good visuals.
Yeah, it's real solid. And it's I wish I could just slow down on the levels and just look around. And that would be cool if they introduced that kind of feature. And also, I wish that they had more Transformers in there. Even if it's just DLC, I feel like the current lineup is a little lackluster. I felt like it was a little lackluster. And also the fact that you just have to you have to earn everybody, and it's you either start I think it would have been nice if we had started off with maybe just one more in each, just so you had one slow, one fast, and one in the middle kind of racer. Yeah. Because otherwise it's you're stuck with super slow Optimus Prime and pretty speedy Bumblebee. But all in all, I had a lot of fun once I figured out the mechanics of it. And it's an it's a weird Transformers title, but I like it.
I'm kind of on the outside on this one. I enjoyed the racing. I had fun with it. I thought some of the turns, like you mentioned, are a bit unwieldy for the age group that this game is geared at. Some of the tracks are unwieldy for people my age, people that have played these games for a long time. But couldn't really get into the combat sections.
Oh, I love the combat. I was having a ton of fun. My only issue with the combat was the your power move, which you have to you have to get your whole energy bar filled up before you can do it. And Optimus Prime has a really cool one where he throws his axe, and then wherever it lands, it just sucks everyone back in. What I mean, he's whatever. He's had those weapons for ages. Anyway, but it was so it was really cool to watch in action, and if it landed properly, it did a lot of damage, but it didn't it's just, it was real frustrating, especially if the enemy that you were aiming at, I don't know, just because the environment has you hopping all over the place as well, not just it's not just a flat surface the whole entire time. And it's just there was no way to aim that shot. It was just all right, well, here's where it landed.
Yeah,
too bad for you. And it was I should have just nailed that guy.
I thought the combat section slowed down the racing, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do more racing. I found out it was a racing game. I appreciate that they tried something different with the melding of two genres, but it didn't click for me.
I getcha.
The game is $40. What's your verdict?
I'm going with a buy it. I thought it was a fairly solid title. I would definitely put it in Outright's top 10 that they've released, but I can also understand it not being for everyone.
Yeah, I'm leaning more on the try it side. I think mechanically it's a good game. Visually it's a good game. It's just not something that clicks with me, but I can appreciate the merit of what is there.
Yeah,
I know
definitely.
I know it's good. It's just not clicking for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who get into this are going to love it. I just wish the course design and achievements were a little nicer. I think the extreme difficulty might turn some people off. For it should be just like a leisurely kids game, I would imagine. But
also another thing I was surprised by, you don't get any experience for doing the tutorial. which I was like, that kind of caught me off guard because I was just like, oh, you'd figure you'd reward them for like knowing what to do, and all it does is just pop an achievement.
There's your reward.
Yeah, but that's not the reward that like would actually help in the game. Like, I mean, I would figure that like, you know, you would have at least given them like a leg up with Bumblebee, but it doesn't award you
one
anything.
of the racers.
I don't think so.
I thought it unlocked one of the racers.
Oh,
doing the tutorial. I don't know.
Maybe like. I mean, the thing is, like my oldest son got into it before I had a chance to play. So I later on played the tutorial just so I could know what I was doing.
I want to say it may have opened up one of the other racers for the initial lineup.
Okay.
Anyway, we got one final game to talk about on this landmark 1000th episode. I still can't believe we're at 1,000. But just to show how old I am, we're going to talk about Nick Jr., which when it was my age, it was like David the Gnome and Magellan's
Heck
Castle.
yeah. David the Gnome, Magellan's Castle, which was
Eureka's Castle.
Oh yeah,
Eureka's
that's right. Magellan
Castle.
Castle.
Oh man, good time.
You know, R.L. Stine wrote for that show.
Really?
Yeah. So his real name's Bob Stein, and he before he got into horror stuff, he wrote a lot of like kids joke books and like did writing on kids shows under the name Jovial Bob Stein. He actually used to write for Nickelodeon magazine too.
Nice.
And then somebody had been like, hey, like, you know, I think you'd have a good imagination for a horror thing. Like, why don't you see what you could do? And he wrote the Babysitter. I don't know if you've read that teen horror book, suspense, but yeah. So he wrote that, and like the publishing industry was like, "Why are you writing kids books nobody cares about, or like joke books nobody cares about? Start writing horror stuff." And then he just never looked back. Like, yeah. But
SML
fun fact:
podcast tangents during intros. Nick Jr. Party Adventure, developed by Melbot Studios, published by Outright Games, released October 11th on Xbox One, Series X and S, Switch, PS4, PS5, and PC for $39.99. You're invited on a puzzle platform adventure with lots of your favorite Nick Jr. characters. Have fun with Dora, Blue from Blue's Clues, and you, Chase and Sky from Paw Patrol, and more friends to create an amazing celebration. Jacob, what's going on in Nick Jr. Party Adventure?
I'll tell you what's not going on. You can't play as or pet Bubble Puppy. 0 out of 10. That's it. That's a review.
Well, thanks for coming out for episode 1000 of the episode. So, I don't know.
All right. So I know I actually have to provide a real review. So, this game, I will preface, this is definitely aimed at kids who are like 3 to 5. So if you're looking for a challenge as an adult,
play Transformers.
Yeah, play Transformers. So in the Nick Jr. Party Adventure, you are going, like, you essentially go through like different lands of different Nick Jr. shows. So you have Paw Patrol, Blue's Clues, and You, I think it's now called.
Yeah, that's what caught me up, because I'm like, Blue's Clues and You. Wait, and you? What?
Yeah.
Oh, and Scott. Oh, what?
Yeah.
The intro confused
Bubble
me.
Guppies,
Words.
which I was excited about because I used to watch Bubble Guppies with my oldest when he was real young, and that was one of my favorite Nick Jr. shows.
Blaze is in there.
Yeah, Blaze, which he already has his own video game along with the Paw Patrol dogs. But what's neat about this is that, like, this is the first game for a lot of these properties, or at least like they haven't been used in forever. So I mean, I was excited for Bubble Guppies, which I know is a weird thing as a 39-year-old guy to be excited about, but whatever. Anywho, so this is a basic puzzle platformer type of game, and it's more puzzle than platformer. It is not a particularly fast-moving game, In fact, it is quite slow, which for kids, this is good because there's a lot of repetition in it, and that's how young kids learn. But if you're an adult, you're just like, oh no, I have to sit through I have to wait one at a time for all 4 characters to get through the exit. And what it is,
have a phone.
Yeah, but I was playing the game. Whatever.
You browse the SML Discord instead.
Or chat with other Outright Games brand ambassadors.
Outright
there's
Games
that
Discord. Yeah, that's
there's
better than
plug.
ours. Much better than ours.
A lot of things are much better than ours.
Yeah.
But anywho, so you have to guide the characters through different stuff, and technically there's traps, but you never get hurt. There's like a little safety bubble that just pops you back to the wherever the last quote unquote save point is, because sometimes it's the very beginning of the level, sometimes it's like halfway through. It's all random apparently in this thing. But what you're trying to do is that you're trying to add in other characters to add to the party, and also get different accessories or clothing items for your character that you get to design at the very beginning. And so it's going to be you gathering party hats, ribbons, all the stuff you would normally see at parties. And you only have to do, you technically only have to do 5 missions per land to be able to move on to the next land. And then you've technically beaten the game. However, there are extra missions, so you can unlock more items and more characters, and then get the golden frames, which essentially just means that you've played every level and you've picked up all the items that you need to. I'm not gonna lie, there were 2 or 3 levels that I had to run through a couple of times, either because I missed an item the first time because I didn't plan it out correctly, or I had to figure out how something worked, like a game mechanic worked. But overall, this game is not challenging for adults, and frankly, if you're a parent, you're probably going to be bored. However, my youngest was thrilled with the idea of having a new Paw Patrol game, but then was also seemingly annoyed because Paw Patrol is saved for last, and it's not like you could just randomly decide which world you're going to start off in. And so when he found out that Paw Patrol was the last one, he was like, oh, well, I'll wait for you to beat the game. That way I could just go in and play the Paw Patrol levels. And I'm like, that's not how that works, buddy. That's not how that's supposed to work. So kids might be frustrated with that. And I was curious, to be honest, how the Blaze and the Monster Machines levels were going to work, because this is not a driving game. And so all the other characters, I can see how they do puzzle platformers, but I wasn't sure how Blaze was going to be able to do this. And it worked. I'm not going to lie, the regular Blaze game is more exciting than this one. But it's a really chill game. And I think it's a good introduction for that kind of puzzle game genre for very little kids. It's slow. There's a lot of repetition. There's no reason to ever stress in this game. I mean, it's just start back at the beginning, and so it's not bad. It's just we are just super out of its target demographic, and so
yeah. Well, it clocks in at $40. What are your thoughts on it for people who are the right audience?
So if you are the correct target demographic for this game, yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a good, peaceful activity where you don't have to worry about as a parent, you don't have to worry about any potential violence in this game. It's all puzzles, and it's all just gathering resources and moving tracks the way that they're supposed to, and guiding people to make the correct jumps. And if they don't, you just try it again. It's it's fine. As I said, it's just we're way too old for it.
That's fair.
So if you've got kids this age, yeah, I'd recommend it. If you are if you're like 40 years old and you don't have kids, probably not. Like, the only people who I could see being into this are like, people who are like older fans of certain shows like Paw Patrol, Bubble Guppies, like Dora the Explorer. You get some people who are like, they're just into that kind of stuff for like, their whole life. Or achievement hunters, because I'm not going to lie, like, the achievements are real easy to get in this game.
Shocker.
Yeah. So,
I wouldn't think that they would be difficult in this one.
That would have been hilarious if they were. It'd just be like 100 like 5-point achievements or like 10-point achievements or something like that. And it's
They're all
just like the most
ridiculously difficult.
Yeah, exactly. The only other thing, like, I thought that, like, I was kind of surprised by it, so you're not able to mix up your party. Like, so it's not like you could have like Boots from Dora the Explorer, Chase from Paw Patrol, like Santiago, and Bubble Puppy, all in like your party as like you're going through a level. So you don't get the mix and match. I was a little surprised that they didn't allow for that, and that might be a contractual thing. But I thought that would have been more fun, because it's not like you really have to worry about like who's in what like level. Like, the only one that really is blazing the monster machines, and that's just because they're all cars and are going off ramps. Like, so
it's $40. We did the verdict, didn't we?
We did. I mean, if
going.
you've got kids, the correct age, buy it. If you're an achievement hunter, you might want to wait for a sale. But if you're an adult without kids and you're not a fan of any of these properties, I'm not sure why you listened this far into the show, but I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you too. I appreciate everyone who has listened to any of this episode, to any of the 1,000 episodes that we put out over the past nearly 12 years.
We appreciate you, but we also apologize to you.
Deeply, deeply apologize for the mental trauma you've been through, but we thank you as well for enduring it with us. Big thanks to everyone who was on this episode and came and hung out with us during the show. Jacob, thanks to you for sticking it out to the end, recording on a second day because it was midnight last night. Music this episode, we're going to wrap up episode 1000 with some Earthbound, because that's what I like to do. We're going to play a track from our friends, the Smash Bros.
Ooh.
Playing On It from old school MagFest days. Their Bacon EP. Yes, it was named after the bacon that we discussed earlier in the episode during the non-kid friendly portion. So kids, don't rewind. Just enjoy the music.